Chapter 701. Where? Asked Shiniyan. At home. Xing Buhua told me about what happened in Country B. He said that my men were killed by Xing Shang. Is that true? Asked Shiniyan. That's just my guess. We were assassinated when we were overseas, but Jiang Xingyu saved us. Jiang Xingyu? Why is he in Country B? Asked Shiniyan. I don't know. Jiang Xingyu said that he saw Wu Di acting suspiciously, so he followed him and found out that he wanted to kill us. Wu Di? How is that possible? Why would they say it was Wu Di? Their goal was to sow discord between you and Xing Buhua. If Wu Di was in the country during those few days, then their lies would fall apart. I'm guessing that Wu Di has been missing for the past few days. To make the whole thing more believable, there's an 80% chance that Wu Di has already been killed. By analyzed, can you find out where Wu Di's body is? Use the heavenly eye, asked Shonian. If they're under surveillance, then we should be able to find it. But Xing Shang knows that I have the heavenly eye, so I'm afraid he won't make a move in a place with surveillance, said Baiya calmly. Do you have any ideas on how to find Wu Di's body? There are a few possibilities for his body to be found. 1. Logically deduce where it is. 2. It was discovered by chance. 3. The murderer confesses. So, I suggest you ask Xing Shang directly. If Xing Shang doesn't confess, do you have any evidence? Asked Shiniyan with furrowed brows. No, replied Baiya straightforwardly. Before you leave, can you help me get the answer? You're good at hypnosis. You should be able to get the answer through hypnosis, right? Asked Shiniyan hopefully. Not necessarily. Try. He's my man. I don't want him to die without a corpse. I still have to answer to his family, requested Shun Yin sincerely. Baiya thought about Gu Lingqing's corpse. She desperately wanted to find him, so she understood how Wu Di's family felt. I'll try. Invite Xing Shang to your place, and I'll give you some medicine. Remember to make Xing Shang take it unknowingly. Before he takes it, don't let him sense your hostility, Baiya reminded. All right, let's do it tomorrow. I'll invite some officials to a meal tomorrow. I'll call you over when the time comes, said Shunian. Okay. Baiya answered and hung up the phone. She stood at the window and looked at the scenery outside. Gu Lingqing, Baiya murmured. Her waist was being hugged by someone. Her heart tightened. She turned around in surprise and saw Gu Lingqing's face. However, she knew that he was not Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing's eyes became even more profound, like an unfathomable deep blue, and even more gloomy. Xing Buhua, she shouted. Yes, replied Xing Buhua. Xing Shang said that you're Gu Lingqing's twin brother, said Baiya gently. Baiya asked softly. She looked calm, but her heart had already sunk into an icy lake. She already knew the answer, but she still wanted to hear it from him in person. Do you believe what he said? Asked Xing Buhua in a low voice. He stared into her eyes with a burning gaze. When we were on the island, we adopted a tortoise. Do you remember the tortoise's name? Asked Baiya. When we were on the island, we didn't adopt a tortoise. Baiya looked at him and raised the corners of her mouth, but her eyes were bitter and misty. Even so, I still know that you're not Gu Lingqing. So you believe what he said? Asked Xing Buhua gently and calmly. He let go of Baiya's waist. I believe what I feel. If one day you find a girl who is more important than your life, you'll understand what I'm saying now, said Baiya softly, as if she was whispering. Xing Buhua also smiled. He knew that Baiya was so smart that he couldn't pretend anymore. What if I've already fallen in love with you? Asked Xing Buhua with hope. In your heart, who is more important to you, me or Gu Lingqing? Baiya didn't answer him directly. Perhaps this was the advantage of being a psychologist. He could cleverly solve problems and let him choose for himself. My brother is dead. His beloved woman is the first person I need to take care of. I can't let him worry even in heaven. You don't have to do this. Maybe you don't believe me, but I've known you for a long time, confessed Xing Buhua. You've appeared in our lives before? Baiya was suspicious. No, it was in my dreams. I know a lot about you and Gu Lingqing. I saw him cut off his finger for you. I saw him losing sleep because of you. I saw you two living a happy life on the island. I felt the pain, reluctance, and regret in his heart. Xing Buhua choked and said, So I also know that he can see you through me. Baiya stared at Xing Buhua. Her tears flowed down quietly. Where is he now? I've already buried him beside Mom and Dad. Xiaoya, don't let him worry. Don't let him worry. You once said that when you love someone, you don't have to do what you think you love. You have to do what he wants you to do. He wants you to live well. Baya raised a faint smile. Actually, I've always been a very selfish person. Heh, you're not. You're someone who would rather sacrifice yourself to help others. You're someone who would rather live the way others want you to live, no matter how much pain you're in. Think about Xiao Yin. Think about the child in your belly. Do you really have the heart to let the child leave before he can see the world? Ling Xing is looking forward to the birth of the child. He'll blame you for the birth of the child. Xing Buhua tried to persuade her. Baya's tears flowed even more fiercely. In that case, I really think a lot for others. But why can't a person like me, who always thinks for others and feels guilty for hurting people who have committed heinous crimes, get happiness? Every time I think happiness is around me, it's as if I've been cursed. It's like I've been cursed and will disappear. I'm tired of the cruelty of this world. I'll give you happiness. The happiness you once hoped for will come true in the future. Give yourself a chance. Xing Buhua said affectionately and anxiously. Xing Buhua. Baya sniffled. She tried not to lose control of her emotions. When I was born, I was destined to be unfortunate. My parents separated, and my mother became mentally ill. It wasn't easy to find Gu Lingxing, but he was never happy when he was with me. He almost died a few times. The people who were with me never had a good ending. Chapter 702. That's why he did better than me. But someone who did better than me left me behind. That's why he didn't let anyone down except me. Why should I live the way he wants me to live? Baya was agitated. She shook off Xing Buhua's hand. That's why he did better than me. Isn't it even more unworthy for you to die for someone who let you down? Xing Buhua said impulsively. Baya turned her face away and looked out of the window. You should go. I want some time alone. From now on, I won't leave you. Even if you die, I'll accompany you, Xing Buhua said solemnly. His eyes were firm and determined. Baya looked at him in confusion. She was angry and resentful. Xing Buhua didn't say anything. He smiled at her. Baya turned her face away again and turned her back to him. Song Shiyu pushed the door open. She was shocked to see Xing Buhua. Mom, I'm back, Xing Buhua said. He took the plate from Song Shiyu. Song Shiyu cried tears of joy. She choked. Good. It's good that you're back. You haven't eaten yet, right? I'll bring your plate up now. Keep Xiaoyu company. Thank you, Mom, Xing Buhua said. Song Shiyu wiped away her tears and went out happily. Baya's eyes were locked. Strange emotions flowed through her. She turned around and looked at Xing Buhua. Where's Xiao Xian? Let him go home. Xiao Xian hates you. It's too dangerous to keep him by your side. Xing Buhua rejected her directly. She knew that Xing Buhua was telling the truth, but she didn't care about her life. Why should she be afraid of danger? But Xing Buhua said it so decisively. He probably wouldn't agree. Perhaps she was too tired, or perhaps she was too excited before, but now her brain was a little muddled. She really needed a rest. I don't want to eat. I want to sleep, Baya said. Go to sleep for a while and eat after you wake up. I won't leave. Xing Buhua said good-naturedly and helped Baya lift the quilt. Baya lay on the bed, and Xing Buhua covered her with a blanket again. He covered her from all sides, leaving only her face exposed. He lowered his head and gently kissed her forehead. He whispered, I will protect you. I swear. Baya closed his eyes, but his eyelashes were trembling. He swallowed his bitterness and didn't say anything. In the afternoon, the doctor came. Seeing that Baya had fallen asleep, Xing Buhua asked the doctor to leave. Looking at Xing Buhua, who looked exactly the same as the chief, Zhang Xingyu summoned his courage and said, Can I talk to you for a while? Xing Buhua knew that Zhang Xingyu was Gu Lingxing's confidant. He nodded and opened the door. He didn't go far, just waited outside. Are you Chief Gu? Zhang Xingyu asked, looking at Xing Buhua's face. Xing Buhua and Chief Gu looked exactly the same. He couldn't tell them apart. I am his twin brother. Xing Buhua didn't lie. Then Chief. Madam. Zhang Xingyu's eyes turned red, and he started to speak incoherently. I will shoulder the responsibility of my brother and do what he wants to do. Don't worry, I will go and see Xiaoyu first. If there is anything, you can talk to me. Also, Xiaoyu's health is not very good. I will ask my military doctor to come and protect her 24/7, Xing Buhua said. Zhang Xingyu didn't say anything. He vaguely felt that Chief Gu's brother was also a good person. After all, it was his brother and Madame who defeated Zhuo Chuanyi together. Was it Zhuo Chuanyi who assassinated Chief Gu? Yes, Xing Buhua said firmly. I understand. Then take good care of Madame. She is very emotional today. She has been crying for hours, and her voice has become hoarse. I don't know what to do, Zhang Xingyu said helplessly. I will. You can go and do what you need to. Also, have the people from his shadow come back. Xing Buhua asked thoughtfully. Not yet. They will come back tomorrow, Zhang Xingyu reported. Make the arrangements. I need to ensure by his safety, Xing Buhua ordered. Yes, Chief. Zhang Xingyu couldn't help but salute. Looking at Xing Buhua's face, which was exactly the same as the chief's, he was also in a trance. Xing Buhua nodded and went back to the room to continue accompanying Baiya. When Baiya woke up, it was already 6 o'clock in the afternoon. She opened her eyes and saw Xing Buhua first. She looked at the face, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's. She didn't want to think. She just wanted to keep looking at him like this, as if Gu Lingqing was by her side. Are you hungry? Xing Buhua asked. I chatted with Mom for a while just now. She wants to make you the freshest fish soup. She went fishing again in the afternoon. She listened to Xing Buhua's voice, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's, and her heart started to ache. She was enjoying her happiness. What about Gu Lingqing? Suffering from loneliness? She sat up. Thanks for the hard work, Mom. Xing Buhua immediately helped her and brainwashed her. The hardest thing is that the person you love is not around. You should know this better than us. Everything else is worth it. Baiya stepped down from the bed. She looked very calm, and there was nothing strange on her face. She sniffed and said, I smell the fragrance of fish. Your nose is really sensitive. Should we go down for dinner now? Or send it to the room? Xing Buhua said kindly. Baiya looked at him. Are you going to use Gu Lingqing's identity? Song Shiyu is old. I don't want to hurt her. She is also someone that Lingqing wants to protect, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. Baiya understood and reminded him. Gu Lingqing is usually very cool. He won't take the initiative to talk to Song Shiyu. Even if Song Shiyu talks to him, he will only say yes. You have to be careful. After all, Song Shiyu and Gu Lingqing have been together for so many years. Gu Lingqing will see through it. Xing Buhua smiled. I need you to help me more in the future. Am I very different from Lingqing? You have the same face and voice, but your behavior and temperament are worlds apart. He is very introverted while you are very bold, Baiya analyzed. All right, I will be careful in the future. I will build a shed by the river tomorrow morning. I will go fishing with you, Xing Buhua said with a smile. Baiya didn't say anything. She went downstairs. When Song Shiyu saw Baiya and Xing Buhua, she smiled happily. I was about to go upstairs and call you for dinner. I didn't expect you to come down. I feel hungry when I smell the fish, Baiya said with a smile. You didn't eat the fish at noon. Zhang Xingyu happened to come over. I asked him to bring me some for Shulan. Shulan just had surgery on her face. She can't eat food like fish. She should eat more fruits and vegetables, Baiya said. Then I will call him, Song Shiyu said guiltily. But it's okay to eat a little. I think the doctor there will remind you. Baiya comforted Song Shiyu. No, I have to call and ask. Song Shiyu was worried and called immediately. Seeing that Song Shiyu was so concerned about Lin Shulan, Baiya felt comforted. Lin Shulan was an orphan. From now on, he would stay by Song Shiyu's side. Xing Buhua kept looking at Baiya as if he was afraid that he would suddenly disappear in front of him. Chapter 703. After the call, Song Shiyu heaved a sigh of relief and said to Baiya, It's okay, it's okay. The doctor said that she didn't eat it and gave it to Zhang Xingyu. Zhang Xingyu has been on good terms with her recently. The two of them are actually quite compatible. Baiya replied softly, I'll help Mom with the dishes. She followed Song Shiyu into the kitchen. Song Shiyu made Gu Lingqing's favorite braised pork with preserved vegetables, fresh fish soup, fish balls, fish sliders, fried fish steak, chicken breast, fruit salad, braised mushrooms, and beef and sour soup. You've made so many dishes, I'll become fat soon. Bai said jokingly. Xing Buhua wanted to say that he would like it, even if she became fat. They were a meaty family, but he remembered Bai's reminder. Gu Lingqing was usually cool, so he didn't say anything. Song Shiyu put his arm around Bai's shoulders. If Lingqing dares to look down on you, I'll beat him up. Huh? Bai laughed. She missed Gu Lingqing. She missed him very much. As she laughed, her eyes turned red. She lowered her eyes and let her long eyelashes cover the emotions in her eyes, so that no one could see it. The three of them sat at the dining table and ate the delicious dinner. Song Shiyu looked at Xing Buhua and then at Bai. Have you decided to leave this place? Xing Buhua didn't say anything and looked at Bai. Bai shook her head. As long as Gu Lingqing was here, she wouldn't go anywhere else. We wanted to leave, not because we were looking forward to the outside world, but because we wanted to avoid Sheng Dongsheng, Zhuochuani, and those who wanted to hurt us. Now that Sheng Dongsheng is dead, and Zhuochuani will be punished by the law, we are safe. After all, our families are here. Our friends, our memories together, we won't leave, Bai said. Xing Buhua held Bai's hand. Because in front of Song Shiyu, Bai didn't pull out his sword, but he didn't look at Xing Buhua either. It's good that you're not leaving. Hee. I was wondering where I would go after leaving this place. I've thought about it, but there's no place I want to go the most. Actually, home is the warmest place. It's better to travel to other places. Otherwise, it's easy to get lost. Song Shiyu said happily. You're right. If you have a home, you know where you want to go. Bai pulled out her hand that was held by Xing Buhua and scooped soup. Xing Buhua immediately took the spoon and scooped soup for Bai. He also scooped a bowl of soup for Song Shiyu. Song Shiyu looked at Xing Buhua with relief. After going through so much, Lingqing has learned to care for others. Good, very good. Xing Buhua imitated Gu Lingqing's coldness. After the meal, Song Shiyu carried the bowl to the kitchen. He walked out of the door and called Zhang Xingyu. Are there any suitable maids? No, there's only one woman in an ing, Shulan. Since Shulan's accident, she hasn't found a maid. She's worried that a maid in the manor would be a threat to Madame, Zhang Xingyu explained. I see. I'll send someone over tomorrow to take care of the hygiene in the manor. Don't worry about my people, Xing Buhua said. Of course. There's one thing. When Ying's people come to work tomorrow, do you want to hide your identity or tell them the truth? Zhang Xingyu asked. Tell them the truth. Once a lie is exposed, it's a different story. But keep it from Song Shiyu for now. I don't want her to be too sad, Xing Buhua said. Okay, got it. Zhang Xingyu hung up the phone. Xing Buhua turned around. Bai was standing behind him. Let's go out for a walk. I have something to ask you, Bai said. Wait. Xing Buhua took Bai's down jacket and put on her. He said, it's very cold outside. Don't catch a cold. Okay. Bai adjusted her jacket and walked out of the door. There was a moon in the sky and a few sparse stars. The wind was cold, but it made people think more clearly. I remember you were looking for something when you first appeared. What were you looking for? Bai asked. A photo. It's a photo of me and Lingqing when we were born. I gave it to Gu Tianheng when I was looking for him, but I didn't find it. Maybe he burned it long ago, Xing Buhua explained. You contacted Gu Lingqing's father long ago? Bai was surprised. Yes. When Gu Lingqing left JQ to go into business, I contacted Lingqing's adoptive father and told him that I'm Gu Lingqing's twin brother, Xing Buhua said without holding anything back. Bai didn't expect that. Gu Lingqing's adoptive father moved here because of you? Yes. There are secret passages in this manor. Even if I came to contact him, no one would find out. So, Gu Lingqing's adoptive father gave you the map of the secret passages, Bai guessed. Yes, we've been planning it. The reason why I could enter the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and become the Minister of Foreign Affairs had a lot to do with Gu Tianheng's planning, Xing Buhua explained. But Gu Lingqing's father didn't mention you when he died. Bai was curious. Why? I think there are a few possibilities. First, When Ling Qing came back, Gu Tianhong's health was very bad, and he passed away before he could say it. Second, he felt that it was useless to say it, and it would put me in danger, so he didn't say it. Third, he might have said it, but Ling Qing didn't tell you, Xing Buhua analyzed. Bai took a deep breath and understood. You don't know where Yin is, do you? I don't know. Leng Shuai knows. So, it's easy for you to find Yin. Bai shook her head. She was afraid that her determination would be shaken after seeing Yin. Yin is happy with his adoptive parents. I'll always be his mother, but I don't want him to feel unfortunate now. That's the right decision, Xing Buhua agreed. Bai didn't say anything. She stepped on the withered branches, making a rustling sound. It seemed even more lonely. She was afraid that the loneliness would be so heavy that she couldn't breathe. She asked again, Buhua, are you and Qiuting husband and wife? No. Qiuting is actually Xing Shang's illegitimate daughter. He has always wanted to marry Qiuting to me, but I only see Qiuting as my sister. And Xing Buhua paused and blushed. I've never had sex with a woman. Okay, Bai answered softly. She walked to the lake and looked at it. She said coldly, don't like me. Chapter 704. Your liking isn't real. It's just a psychological suggestion. Many twins receive too much information from the outside world and feel that there's a connection between them. They'll like the same thing and the same type of person and subconsciously get close to them. Bai turned around and looked at Xing Buhua. You think I like you because I hinted to myself that I like you. This logic is like you don't know how to drink, but you tell yourself that you're not drunk, so you'll drink more than others. This is a psychological suggestion, Bai said firmly. If psychological suggestions are so useful, why don't you tell yourself that you don't like Gu Lingxing anymore? That way, you can live well, Xing Buhua retorted. Bai revealed a bitter smile. You think I didn't do it? Not only did I do psychological suggestions, I even hypnotized myself and let my second personality become my main personality. He's cold, decisive, strong, and won't be hurt by others. But my second personality also fell in love with him. Xing Buhua looked at Bai in surprise. This was something he didn't know. Then are you the first personality or the second personality? The difference between the first personality and the second personality is that when I'm the first personality, every time the second personality appears, the first personality's memory will go blank and he won't remember what he's done. My second personality knows everything my first personality does. Now, I remember, either I'm still the first personality or I've already cured myself, Bai said calmly. So you also said that psychological suggestions are useless, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. Bai, you're very eloquent. It's a pity that you're not a lawyer, Bai said. She turned around and continued to look at the lake. Xing Buhua laughed and squeezed her with his shoulder. You're angry? All right, I was wrong. Bai didn't say anything. Xing Buhua stood in front of her. Can I show you a magic trick? Bai remained silent. Xing Buhua took out 100 yuan from his wallet and folded it into the shape of a small rose. Now both hands are gone, right? You're looking. He put his hand behind her neck, took out the rose, and gave it to her. How did it get on you? Bai was still staring at him. Are you sure you're Gu Lingxing's elder brother and not Gu Lingxing's younger brother? Xing Buhua, I think the two of us should be lawyers together. We'll be invincible. He stuffed the rose into Bai's hand. I'm the elder brother, and Lingxing is the younger brother. You look exactly like Gu Lingxing. Maybe even your father got it wrong, Bai said as she stuffed the rose back into his pocket. I know. The money has always been in your hands. I've seen this kind of magic trick many times. So it doesn't seem like a good thing to have a smart wife. Xing Buhua sighed. So, you should find a girl who is a little more stupid, who will focus on you. She will listen to everything you say, be touched by everything you do, and admire everything he thinks. That kind of girl will be more suitable for you, Bai said seriously. Xing Buhua didn't refute. He didn't want to give Bai any pressure. He didn't fall in love with her because of psychological cues. He fell in love with her when he was with her. Let's go. One more round and we'll go back. It's too cold outside. Your face is red from the cold. Baya replied. She walked in front slowly and didn't say anything. Xing Buhua's phone rang. He saw that it was the landline of Xing Shang's house. He thought that it was his subordinate who had something to report, so he answered. Xing Buhua, why did you imprison Grandpa? Qiu Ting asked anxiously. Xing Buhua was annoyed when he heard Qiu Ting's voice. I don't need to report to you. I've already called the police, Qiu Ting said angrily. Oh, Xing Buhua replied indifferently and hung up. He thought for a while and called Li Junyan. I have a task for you. Take Qiu Ting away. I don't want her to step into a land again. Do you know what to do? Chief, have you broken up with Xing Shang? Li Junyan asked worriedly. It's not that I broke up with him. He killed Wu Di, who was always by Shan Yin's side, and colluded with Jiang Xingyu in order to sow discord between me and Shan Yin. Qiu Ting will only be waiting for Xing Shang's death. She will only be sadder. Don't you love her? Take her away, Xing Buhua said in a deep voice. After that, he hung up. Baya got a general understanding of Qiu Ting's situation from the phone call. Too much love was also a kind of obsession. She was very lucky. At least she and Gu Lingqing loved each other. Her life was worth it. She slept too much during the day. She didn't go to bed but stayed in the library to mark the papers. Xing Buhua marked the papers for her, as usual. She was very focused and elegant, as if she was no longer immersed in sadness. He believed that as long as Baya decided to live, she would accept him one day. It didn't matter if she didn't accept him. Companionship was the longest confession. Time ticked by. It was 12 o'clock, and the clock struck 12. Baya looked up at the clock and put down the pen in her hand. I'm going to rest. Okay. Baya walked in front, and Xing Buhua followed her. She stopped and looked at him. In my eyes, you're just my husband's brother. I know. Don't worry. You know I won't do anything to you. Xing Buhua smiled and said with certainty. Baya thought about it. He didn't want her when she took the initiative. She continued to walk forward and returned to her room. She took a change of clothes and went to the bathroom. She locked the door and came out after washing up. Xing Buhua had already spread out the sofa. He said to Baya, I'll sleep here from now on. I'll recover during the day. Baya walked to the cupboard and took out the bedding, quilt, and pillow. She helped Xing Buhua make the bed. Xing Buhua looked at the way she made the bed, and his heart was filled with warmth. This was good. He was satisfied. Baya helped him make the bed and said in a distant tone, Thank you for your hard work, brother. The word brother revealed his identity. Xing Buhua's eyes darkened again. Go to sleep first. Good night. Baya nodded and climbed into the bed. She turned her back to him and looked out of the window. Now, Lu Shuang had Shan Yin to take care of him. Soon, they would get married. Song Shiyu had Shu Lan to accompany her. Xing Buhua was so outstanding. There would be a girl suitable for him. Xiaoyan would be taken care of by his adoptive parents. Xiao Xian could also return to Song Shiyu. Now that she had left, there was nothing she could not let go of. Chapter 705. She had a good night's sleep and woke up naturally. Her nose was filled with the aroma of fried eggs and sausages. Baya smiled. Xing Buhua's mood improved when he saw her smile. Are you hungry? Baya nodded. She went to the washroom to brush her teeth and went downstairs. Did I wake you up? Song Shiyu asked guiltily. No, I was about to wake up anyway. Baya looked at the dining table. Song Shiyu made some pancakes with sausages and eggs. There were shredded potatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and pork tenderloin. One look, and I can tell it's delicious. Baya grabbed one and took a bite. It's my favorite salad dressing. Mom, you made it so good. I'm glad you like it. There's milk next to it. It's just hot, Song Shiyu reminded her. I want 2 pieces, Baya said. Yes, you can have as much as you want, Song Shiyu said. She glanced at Xing Buhua. Mom, Xing Buhua shouted. Wait a minute. I'll wrap it for you now. It's almost done. Do you want spicy sauce, sweet sauce, or salad dressing? Song Shiyu asked with a smile. Anything is fine, Xing Buhua said. Song Shiyu was about to go to the kitchen when she saw Zhang Xingyu. She greeted him warmly. Zhang Xingyu, what kind of pancake do you want? Spicy. Hee hee. Zhang Xingyu smiled. Wait a minute. I'll make it for you later. Song Shiyu went to the kitchen happily. Baya looked at them and smiled. Their lives now looked good and warm. Zhang Xingyu walked to the dining table and nodded respectfully. Chief, Madam, everyone from the dark shadows is here. Baya was still smiling. Her eyes were misty. That's good. Help me prepare the red packet. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to have a meeting with them now. Save a cake for me. Zhang Xingyu said happily and turned around to leave. What do these soldiers usually eat? Xing Buhua asked. Zhang Xingyu was the one who arranged the food. I didn't do anything about it. What's wrong? Baya was puzzled. Mom is getting on in years, and she'll be going back to work soon. Lin Shulan is still in the hospital, so I got someone to come over to do the housework. If I still need to prepare in Ying's meals, I'll have to call 2 people over. Xing Buhua explained. You can ask Zhang Xingyu how he handles the soldiers' meals. It'll be good if he can find someone to take care of Shulan after she comes out of the hospital. Mom needs to take care of herself after work. You can discuss it with him. Baya said softly as she continued to eat her breakfast. Her cell phone rang. She saw it was Shunyin and answered it in front of Xing Buhua. Is Xing Buhua with you? Shunyin asked. Yes, he is. You can come at 11 o'clock at noon. The lunch is arranged in a big hotel in City A. I've invited 10 tables. Secretary Jiang will inform the others. When will you give me the medicine? I'll ask Zhang Xingyu to send it to you later. Will Lu Shuang show up for the lunch? Baya asked thoughtfully. Of course. She's my assistant on the surface. Do you need me to arrange time for you to catch up? Shunyan was perceptive and said. Baya smiled. Thank you. One more thing. I've sent someone to see your subordinate. She's recovering well. Do you still need plastic surgery or to keep her original appearance? Then keep her original appearance. After all, appearance isn't everything, right? Baya said with a smile. Great minds think alike. That's all for now. I have other things to arrange. Okay. Baya hung up the phone and said to Xing Buhua, Shunyan invited us to the big hotel in City A for lunch at 11 o'clock. Song Shiyu came out of the kitchen. She handed the cake to Xing Buhua and said, I'll make you a sweet one. Xiaoya, what other flavor do you want? Salad dressing, Baya said. Mom, make me a salad dressing too, Xing Buhua said. Okay. Song Shiyu went to make the salad dressing happily. Half an hour later, Zhang Xingyu came in and wolfed down the breakfast made by Song Shiyu. He wolfed down Song Shiyu's breakfast and couldn't help praising, it's so delicious. I'm so happy. Baya put the medicine in a box and handed it to Zhang Xingyu. After you eat it, send this to the President Palace. Remember, you have to hand it to Shunyan. Okay, I'll do it, Zhang Xingyu said with certainty. Baya was at ease with his work. What's that medicine? Xing Buhua asked in surprise. It's a psychotropic drug. To put it simply, it's given to the patient during hypnosis, Baya explained. Hypnosis? Who? Xing Buhua asked. This time, Shunyan invited many officials. The main point is Xing Shang. He wants to know where Xing Shang put Wudi's body. Xiaoya, I'm a little worried, Xing Buhua said thoughtfully. What are you worried about? I told Xing Shang that I would tell Shen Yin and ask Shen Yin to punish him. Now, that Shen Yin invited him to dinner, he might do something crazy. For example, tell Shen Yin that I'm Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua said worriedly. You're not Gu Lingqing. You can't hide your identity. The problem is, you told him that I'm Gu Lingqing. Will Shen Yin think that we're lying to him on purpose? In my opinion, he's a suspicious person. Plus, when I went to see him yesterday, he asked when we were leaving. I think he's still guarded against me. So what do you mean? Baya looked Xing Buhua up and down. Shen Yin wants to know where Wudi's body is. We can just interrogate him in private and tell him, Xing Buhua suggested. Baya was silent. She took a deep breath. Xing Buhua, tell me, do you want to be the president? If you want me to leave with you, I can go with you right now, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. He looked at her with deep, determined eyes. So, you don't want to be the president, do you? Baya asked. That depends on whether you want to be the president or not. Xing Buhua threw the question back at her. I understand. If we interrogate him behind Shun Yin's back, Shun Yin will be even more suspicious. Let me handle this. I'll meet Shun Yin at the presidential palace later. Xiaoya, don't trust Shun Yin too much. He even forced his own father to die for the sake of the throne. Xing Buhua reminded her. He's weighing the pros and cons. He's not an unreasonable person. Chapter 706. She understood his suspicion and caution. After all, he had just been betrayed by his dearest Xing Shang, not to mention Shun Yin, who had once tried to kill him. There's a saying, a gentleman is magnanimous, while a villain is sorrowful. If you're afraid of being discovered and live in fear forever, why not face danger head-on and communicate with each other sincerely? What do you think? Do you think that Shun Yin will have a heart-to-heart conversation with us? Now that the three magnates are gone, he is no one to be afraid of. He won't leave any hidden dangers for himself, Xing Buhua said with certainty. Then what do you think is the best thing to do? Baya asked calmly. Why don't we just find out where Wu Di's body is? Xing Shang will definitely go to the military court. Can you guarantee that he won't say anything in court? Of course, you can also execute him in secret. But with Shun Yin's intelligence, he can see through your ambition with one look. Do you think he'll let you go? For your own benefit, you've stained your hands with blood. What's the difference between you and Zhou Chuani and Sheng Dongsheng? Baya asked one by one. Her Gu Lingqing would never hurt others for his own benefit. Even Su Zheng, who had once hurt him, he chose to let him go. I understand. Do what you want to do, Xing Buhua said softly. Baya didn't waste any more words with Xing Buhua. He was Gu Lingqing's brother. No matter what, she would protect him. This was her promise to Gu Lingqing. Baya and Zhang Xingyu went to the presidential palace together. Zhang Xingyu noticed that Baya was looking out the window. Madam, will you be with the chief's brother? Zhang Xingyu asked carefully. Baya looked at Zhang Xingyu and said with certainty, no. What about you? Will they be as loyal to Xing Buhua as they are to Gu Lingqing? I don't know. I feel like I've lost my backbone after knowing that the chief is no longer around. But if I think about it, it's a good thing that the madam is still around. So, I think I will pledge my loyalty to the madam, Zhang Xingyu said after some thought. Baya's lips curled up slightly. Before accompanying Gu Lingqing, she still had to settle down these soldiers. An hour later, Baya entered the presidential palace. Shun Yin didn't know that Baya was also here. When she saw Baya, she was slightly surprised. Lu Shuang must be happy. Before seeing her, I want to talk to you first. Is it convenient? Baya said with a smile. Of course, let's go to my study. Shun Yin walked in front, and Baya followed behind him. Hua Zixing looked at Baya thoughtfully and asked Nan Gongyu next to her, me or her? Who is prettier? Her facial features are very exquisite, and so are yours. Her skin is very good, and so is yours. Her temperament is elegant, and so is yours. If you want to point out a difference, it would be that her eyes are very faint, very ethereal, like a fairy who lives in the sky. She has no desires, no thoughts, but there is also compassion. You, on the other hand, have too many desires. Nan Gongyu did not continue. So, she's more perfect than me, Hua Zixing said gloomily, and watched as Baya entered Shun Yin's study. What's wrong? Shun Yin asked. There's something I want to correct. Xing Buhua is not Gu Lingqing. He's Gu Lingqing's twin brother, Baya said, looking at Shun Yin. Shun Yin looked at Baya in silence, with a flicker of fluctuation. I found out yesterday. He pretended to be Gu Lingqing because he was afraid that I would commit suicide if I knew Gu Lingqing was dead, Baya continued. Shun Yin was still silent. I hope that you will let him go no matter what happens in the future. Can you promise me that? What if he doesn't let me go? Shun Yin asked. I'll ask him to do the same, Baya said with a smile. Shun Yin frowned. He won't leave with you. Baya shook his head. He's willing to leave with me and let go of everything here, but I won't leave. You know, Gu Lingqing and I finally got together. If he dies, I won't live. Lu Shuang will be sad if he finds out. Shun Yin's frown deepened. She'll have you in the future. I believe you'll protect her. Everyone has their own choices. I feel pain living. Death is the best ending for me. I think you should see a psychologist, Shun Yin reminded. Baya smiled. I'm a psychologist. There aren't many people who are better than me in my profession. So, once a psychologist has a mental illness, no one can cure him. It's not a bad choice for you to be with Xing Buhua, Shun Yin suggested. What about Lingqing? He's lying on the ground alone. How lonely and sad will he be? Baiya's eyes turned red when she thought of Gu Lingqing. The dead can't come back to life. The most important thing is to grasp the present. If we die, we'll have nothing. He won't be able to sense it. We can only live for this lifetime, Shinian advised. A lifetime is very long. Is it a sad 80 years or a happy 30 years? I know that I might not have a soul after death, but if I live a heartless life, it will be a waste. If I don't have any feelings and live the same life every day, I will be no different from a walking corpse. What's the difference? Maybe you'll find someone in the future that you can entrust your feelings to? The dead Gu Lingqing wasn't worth it. I betrayed him, so I don't deserve a good love, Baiya said. Then according to what you said, if you fall in love once, don't fall in love again. If you fall in love once, don't fall in love again. Then 98% of the people in the world will be bachelors and leftover women. Shinian disagreed. I loved Su Jiran, but he wasn't worthy of my love, so I gave up. Gu Lingqing is worthy of my life. Shinian, don't try to persuade me. I won't change my mind when I've already made up my mind. I just want to be with him. I'm not going to change my mind. I only hope that you can let Xing Buhua go in the future. Is that okay? Baiya went back to the main topic and asked, as long as he doesn't hurt me, my family, or the people I love, I won't hurt him. I swear. Shinian raised her hand and said. Baiya was relieved. Thank you. Also, you've already secured your position. No one can compete with you. When are you going to marry Lu Shuang? This year, I'll terminate the contract with Hua Zixing early. I want to marry her as soon as possible and bring our child back. Shinian said expectantly. Her eyes dimmed. Can I leave after we get married? Lu Shuang will be very sad. Chapter 707. Are you going to meet her now? Shinian asked in a low voice. Baiya nodded. She still had a lot to tell Lu Shuang. Shinian stood at the door of Lu Shuang's room with Baiya. She's inside. She went to bed too late last night, so she may still be sleeping now. Baiya smiled and said, she's still the same. Okay. Shinian answered and pushed the door open. Lu Shuang suddenly sat up from the bed. His hair was still messy. He asked Shinian, who was at the door, Are you going to have dinner? Not yet. Your friend is here to see you. Shinian said lovingly. Baiya walked into the room. When Lu Shuang saw Baiya, he screamed in surprise and immediately jumped out of bed. Little Baiya, you're back. I missed you so much. She hugged Baiya quickly. Shinian's eyes were full of sadness. The happier Lu Shuang was at the moment, the sadder he would be when he learned about Baiya's death. He closed the door so that the two sisters could have a good time together. Wait for me. I'll brush my teeth and wash my face first. Let's go to the park to chat later. Lu Shuang said hurriedly and went to the bathroom. Baiya looked at her room. Her room was connected to Shaniyan's. A puppy ran in. Baiya was happy. She squatted down and touched the puppy's head. Her puppy was still with Lung Xiao. It would become a small military dog in the future. She felt a little warm in her heart. Lu Shuang came out of the bathroom and took the puppy away. He thought that the puppy was enough, so he put it outside the door and said, Go and find your father. The puppy's eyes were wide open, peeping at Lu Shuang. Lu Shuang closed the door and said in a low voice, Shinian said that Xing Buhua is Gu Lingqing. Baiya shook her head. No, he's Gu Lingqing's twin brother. They're really twins. Lu Shuang was shocked. No wonder they look so alike. Baiya held Lu Shuang's hand. Shuang Yo, when you marry Shaniyan, you'll be the president's wife. Your every move will be expanded. I can't stay with you. You must listen to Shaniyan. Otherwise, you'll suffer. The power of public opinion will break your heart. Well, you may find someone to teach me. Alas, actually, I'm not cut out to be an official. Thinking about someone like me becoming the president's wife, I think my ancestors will wake up laughing. Baiya was amused by Lu Shuang. You're very smart. Don't belittle yourself. You just need to restrain yourself and sacrifice a little bit of freedom. Love is about giving and tolerating. This kind of love is also beautiful. Lu Shuang nodded, and there was a hint of sweetness in his smile. Let's go to the park. Okay, Baiya said softly. Lu Shuang took Baiya out of the door. They passed through the hall and were about to go out. Don't you want breakfast? Shen Yin shouted. Call me when it's time for lunch. I'll take little Bai out for a walk. Lu Shuang said and was about to go out. We'll go out after breakfast. It's not good for your stomach if you don't eat breakfast. I steamed meat buns for you. Shini Yin stood up and said, Ah, then I'll eat while walking, Lu Shuang said. Shini Yin had no choice but to go to the kitchen to get the buns. Bai smiled. Shini Yin was usually reserved and calm. His other side would only appear in front of the woman he loved. Lu Shuang followed him into the kitchen. After a while, he came out with a meat bun. Let's go. The air outside is good. If you encounter something and feel pressured when you're doing it, but you have no choice but to do it, what will you do? Baya asked. You're asking me? Lu Shuang was confused. I have no choice but to do it? Then I can only bite the bullet and do it. What else can I do? Yes. Once you recognize that you have no choice but to do it, then relax your mind. You only need to do a little bit every day and keep working hard in the direction of completing it. When you're tired, you can lie down and listen to music quietly. It can calm your mind, or it can be a trip. It can make you forget your troubles and calm down in simple happiness, Baya said softly. Lu Shuang stopped walking. The meat bun also stopped eating. He had a bad feeling. Why are you telling me this? Did something happen? Baya shook her head lightly. In the future, I'll go on a trip. I want to teach you the method. You're not coming back anymore? Lu Shuang asked. His eyes were a little red. Maybe. You've always been a cold person. You've been abroad for a few years, and you said you wouldn't contact me anymore. Lu Shuang wiped the corner of his eyes and turned around. I won't miss you anymore. Baya felt a faint pain in her heart. She was a person without family, so she valued love and friendship very much. She went forward and hugged Lu Shuang. I'm very lucky in this life. I have a lover like Gu Lingqing and a friend like you. I didn't live my life in vain. Then don't leave. We'll be together forever. I'll be the president's wife in the future. You're her friend. You're awesome, okay? Lu Shuang turned around and looked at her. Baya lowered her head and kissed Lu Shuang's forehead. Forgive me. I won't forgive you. You're always like this. You only do your own things. Why do you have to leave? I'm already back. You've wronged me. I've already forgiven you. Are you not willing to stay? Lu Shuang said emotionally. Baya caressed Lu Shuang's head and smiled. I still have something to tell you. Remember it. I don't want to remember it. Lu Shuang said stubbornly. She turned around and walked towards the villa. Baya stared at her back. Her heart was as calm as still water. She had to leave anyway, so she could not force it for even a moment. Lu Shuang walked for 10 meters. Seeing that Baya did not call him and did not follow him, he sighed helplessly. He turned around and walked towards Baya. Say it. I'm listening. If you love him, don't do what you think is right. Do what he wants you to do. That way, you won't be a burden to others. Is it what Gu Lingqing wants you to do, to leave everything here and travel? Lu Shuang asked. He's already dead. I can't ask for his opinion, Baya said softly. Lu Shuang felt sorry for Baya. She was such a beautiful woman. She was still young, but she was going to die alone. No matter how angry he was, it disappeared. Tears rolled down his cheeks. I can't bear to leave you, Xiaobai. Lu Shuang choked with sobs. Baya walked forward and hugged Lu Shuang. She looked into the distance. Chapter 708. Others might say things that might hurt you, make you feel uncomfortable, sad, or depressed. Remember, don't mind them. Those people won't be able to enter your life. Their opinions and words are all aimed at hurting you. It's not the truth, so don't take it seriously, Baya continued. Lu Shuang nodded. His tears were still flowing, and his shoulders were trembling. You have to grow up. When we can be simple, it's because someone created a protective circle for us that we can be free. But the people who protect us are too tired. Don't let the people who love us suffer, Baya said gently. Lu Shuang raised his head and looked at Baya. What if I can't do it? Baya smiled. You just have to improve a little every day. The harder you work, the happier you will be. Maintain a good mental state. Just a little bit of improvement is enough for you to be happy. You need a goal in life to live a fulfilling life. You don't have to be dispirited, bored, or feel inferior. Lu Shuang nodded. Call me when you're free, when you're going on a trip, okay? Baya looked at Lu Shuang deeply. She was good at lying only to comfort the people she loved. She didn't want Lu Shuang to be too desperate. She nodded. I'll send you a postcard every time I go. Lu Shuang heaved a sigh of relief. What else do you want to tell me? That's all for today. I'll write some things on a postcard and send them to you, Baya said gently. Okay. Lu Shuang lowered his head and took a bite of his bun. Will you go on a trip with Xing Buhua? Baya shook her head. Every time I see him, I'll think of Gu Lingxing and feel sad. Forget it. You're so beautiful. You might meet your true love when you go on a trip. Oh yeah, that Alan seems to be waiting for you too, Lu Shuang said. Baya smiled. Alan and I are the purest of friends. I still owe him a meal. When I go to his place for a trip, I'll specially treat him. Yeah, I think you two are a good match. So, as long as you're alive, nothing is impossible. Look at me. I hated Shen so much, but now I'm with him. It's a miracle. Lu Shuang sighed and ate a bun. There are 2 days left. What are you going to do? I haven't decided yet. I'll probably stay at home. I promised to do a psychological test for Lung Xiao, but I haven't have yet. I really should learn from you. You actually learn psychology so well. I've almost forgotten all about gynecology and obstetrics, and now I've become a professional web addict, Lu Shuang said in shame. I really should learn from you. I didn't expect you to be so good at psychology. I've almost forgotten about gynecology and obstetrics. I've become a professional netizen, Lu Shuang said shamefully. When Lu Shuang turned around, Shen quickly walked to her side and put a cloak on her. She scolded, You might catch a cold. Don't go out with so little clothes on. I'm just showing off my strong body, Lu Shuang said cheerfully. Shen looked at Baya. Lu Shuang and I are going to the restaurant first. You can come back in an hour. Huh? I haven't talked much with Xiao Bai yet. Can I go later? Lu Shuang complained. You're my assistant. What do you think? It's fake. Actually, it's okay if I don't go, right? Lu Shuang asked sneakily. Shen said helplessly, Forget it. You stay at home and rest. Be good. Lu Shuang hugged Baya's arm happily. Can I go shopping with Xiao Bai? I haven't gone shopping with Xiao Bai for a long time. Shen knocked Lu Shuang's head. Don't push your luck. Baya still has something to do in the afternoon. She can't finish in a short time. What about at night? Can we go at night? Lu Shuang asked pitifully. Shen remained silent. Lu Shuang saw that there was a chance. He let go of Baya and hugged Shen arm. He said coquettishly, I'll go out at night and buy you something delicious. Shen looked at Baya and asked in a deep voice, Can you go at night? Baya nodded. Lu Shuang jumped up in joy. That's great. Ha ha. The man I love the most and the woman I love the most are by my side. It feels great. Shen looked at Baya meaningfully. Her eyes darkened. Baya just smiled. She was calm like a stream flowing freely in the depths of the forest. Serene and natural. Shen went to the restaurant to make arrangements. Baya returned to her usual silence. She listened to Lu Shuang talk about the game and Shen. I think that Hua Zixing isn't in a good state recently. I saw her crying once, Lu Shuang said in surprise. Because Shen doesn't have any internal problems. She will get rid of her external problems. She's probably worried that Shen will abandon her. At times like this, you have to protect yourself. Do you understand? It's better for you to be inseparable from Shen, Baya said worriedly. Shen will definitely bring her along when she goes for dinner. She will bring the fake Nangongyu. Moreover, Shen should have arranged for someone to protect me in the villa. Since he promised me to go shopping with you tonight, he will make the arrangements. Lu Shuang was relieved. Baya was experienced. She reminded, Caution is the parent of safety. Carelessness will lead to a great loss. Lu Shuang nodded. I learned self-defense from an uncle when I was on the wrong track. I will ask Shen to teach me how to design when she's free. I will keep a gun by my side in the future. Baya looked at the time. I have to go. I have something to do. Lu Shuang gestured for her to make a phone call. Let's talk later. Okay. Baya walked to the door. Zhang Xingyu did not leave. They went to the restaurant. Shen men were waiting at the door. They brought Baya to the private room. In the private room, other than Shen and Shen men, there was also Xing Shang, who was lying on the chair with his eyes closed. He fell asleep after taking your medicine. Is he okay? Yin asked. It's like this. Some people have strong willpower. It's not easy to hypnotize them, so they use this medicine. You can leave first. I will tell you the address after I ask for it, Baya said. Yin trusted Baya. Moreover, he had installed surveillance cameras in the room. He brought his men out. Baya looked at the sleeping Xing Shang. She gave him something to smell. Xing Shang opened his eyes slowly. Baya sat opposite him. She knocked on the table rhythmically and said, You woke up from your bed and opened the curtains. It's dark outside. However, you still have to go out because you have to do something big. This thing can only be done by yourself. Xing Shang was scared. He looked at the air. You're not dead? Chapter 709. I must have been possessed. That's why I killed you. I didn't want to either. Xing Shang retreated into a corner. He squatted on the ground and shivered. I'm so cold. I miss my family. I can't see my surroundings. What did you bury me? Asked Baya. Xing Shang lowered his head and hugged himself. Baya walked to Xing Shang and placed his hand on Xing Shang's shoulder. Xing Shang shuddered. He looked at Baya with fear in his eyes. If I can't find my way home, I can only follow you. No, don't follow me. Xing Shang didn't dare to look at Baya. He shrunk into a corner. Grandpa, where's my dad, Wu Di? I want to bring him home, asked Baya. Xing Shang looked at Baya. He seemed to see hope. He's in the golden sand forest. I buried him underground. I don't know where exactly. Baya stood up and looked at the helpless Xing Shang. He ignored him and opened the door. Yin and his men were standing outside. Wu Di's body is in the golden sand forest. It's a huge forest. I need your men to investigate, said Baya. Yin ordered his men to go. He looked at Baya in surprise. Is this hypnosis? It's so magical. Xing Shang looks like his soul has left his body. Did he see Wu Di? There's nothing magical about it. The drug I gave you was a hallucinogen. After Xing Shang took it, he started hallucinating. Then I entered his world and started guiding him, explained Baya. Yin knew that many drug addicts would have unimaginable hallucinations. Wouldn't we be able to use this method when there's a crime? Now, many countries' police departments have indeed found hypnotist masters to cooperate with, but hypnosis is useless against people with super strong willpower or people without weaknesses. Moreover, this kind of hallucinogen will cause nerve damage that is irreparable, and there will be great sequelae. What side effects? Yin asked. Trapped in a hypnotized world, unable to come out, suffering from mental illnesses, delusions, hysteria, and so on. Moreover, the level of hypnosis masters varied. Some even gave criminals loopholes. Only in special cases would they use such an extreme method as hypnosis. Use it with caution. Some people say that it's inhumane, Baya said with a smile. Yin understood. Let's go eat. Thank you for your hard work. Since the matter has been resolved, I won't be going for dinner. I don't have much of an appetite in front of your officials. It's better for me to eat at home. Baya rejected. Okay, should I inform Xingbuhua? He's at the dinner now. Baya shook her head. I want to go back and rest. All right, you have to accompany my woman to go shopping tonight. Thank you for your hard work. I'll get someone to send you out from another door. Baya nodded and went out from another door. Zhang Xingyu was still in the car. Let's go back to the manor, Baya said softly. She leaned against the chair and closed her eyes. She fell asleep. She really fell asleep. Zhang Xingyu did not have the heart to wake Baya up. An hour later, he drove to the manor. Baya did not open her eyes. Madam, we're here, Zhang Xingyu said softly. Baya still did not wake up. He nudged Baya. Baya opened her eyes slowly. Madam, we're here. You will feel uncomfortable sleeping in the car, Zhang Xingyu said with concern. Okay. Baya got out of the car and turned to look at Zhang Xingyu. Let's have dinner together. Yes, madam. Baya pushed the door open. Zhang Xingyu was not at home. She went into the kitchen. Zhang Xingyu had prepared a few dishes, and she warmed them up. Let me do it. Madam, you can take a rest first. I'll call you when the food is ready, Zhang Xingyu said respectfully. Baya smiled. I slept for a while in the car, just now. I'm very energetic now. I don't feel tired, and it will heat up quickly. All right. Have you discussed with Xing Buhua about what the soldiers will eat? What Mr. Xing means is that there's no danger now, so we just need to protect him as usual. In the future, his people will cook for us. By the way, why aren't his people here yet? Zhang Xingyu looked around. Maybe they'll come tonight. Just as Baya finished her sentence, Xing Buhua called. She picked up the call calmly. Where are you? I'm almost done with dinner. I still haven't seen you. Xing Buhua asked worriedly. I'm already home. Xing Shang told me where Wu Di is buried. He will be punished by the law. Okay, I'm back now. Xing Buhua, I have an appointment with Lu Shuang to go shopping tonight, Baya said softly. Sure. Ask Zhang Xingyu to find someone to protect you secretly. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, Baya replied calmly. After dinner, she went to mark the exam papers. She tried her best to mark all the papers in a few days. It was the last thing she could do for Gu Lingqing. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Lu Shuang called. Little Bai, where are you? Let's have dinner together. Shen Yin has a guest today. He said I can stay at your place. Ha ha ha. I'm completely free today. Let's go. Okay, tell me the address. I'll go there now. It's a bit far from here. You'll have to wait for me, Bai said. She stood up and walked outside. Do you remember the fish house I brought you to? Lu Shuang asked thoughtfully. If you want to eat fish, just come to my house. I'm fishing now. I should catch 1 or 2 fish in an hour. The fish in the lake are very fresh, Baya suggested. Okay. I'll come over now. Wait for me. Lu Shuang hung up the phone in a hurry. When Baya went out and saw that it was getting dark, she quickly asked Zhang Xingyu to dig a hole in the lake. She took the fishing gear and was about to go to the lake. Xing Buhua drove back and asked, Are you going fishing now? Yes. Lu Shuang will come later. He said he wants to eat fish. I should be able to catch some now, Baya said. Xing Buhua took the fishing gear from her hand. It's very cold outside. Wait for me at home. I'll go fishing and come back. I'll go with you. I also want to go out for some fresh air. Then wear more clothes. Okay. Baya took the down jacket and said to Song Shiyu, who was busy in the kitchen, Mom, Lu Shuang came today. He wants to eat fish. Shall we have fish hot pot tonight? Sure, Song Shiyu said with a good temper. Baya followed Xing Buhua out and asked, How is Xing Shang now? He's been locked up, but he doesn't seem to be in a good state of mind. He keeps saying that Wu Di is standing in front of him, Xing Buhua said with a frown. I hypnotized him. He didn't get the antidote. Xing Buhua looked at her in surprise. Will he always be like this? Chapter 710. When will your people come? Baya asked. Tomorrow, I may bring 3 people. 2 people won't be able to cook for so many soldiers. They still have to clean the house and wash the soldiers' clothes. Besides, didn't you want to buy the equipment? I'll find an expert in architecture and ask the soldiers to help build a new house. After that, it should be very busy. Xing Buhua was thorough. Baya was deep in thought. She wanted to build a house to put the equipment in to study the antidote. Now that she had decided to accompany Gu Lingqing, why would she still need to build a house? Oh, right, she could entrust the antidote to Xing Buhua. It's been hard on you, Baya said softly. Xing Buhua smiled. As long as you're here, it's not hard for me to do anything. One more thing. Can you bring back Gu Lingqing's ashes? Baya asked. Bury him. Do you want to break open his grave to get his ashes? He's with his parents and grandparents now. It's very lively and he won't be lonely. Oh, Baya responded, her eyes a little misty. She couldn't bring Gu Lingqing with her, so she could only go to his place to accompany him. After a while, they arrived at the lake. Zhang Xingyu had already broken the hole. Xing Buhua sat by the lake and fished. I'll go back to get the tent and the stove. It's too cold, Zhang Xingyu said and ran back immediately. Baya sat beside Xing Buhua and stared at the hole. She didn't think about anything. There were many fish in the lake. They weren't fed, so they were easy to catch. After a while, Xing Buhua caught a crucian carp. Baya wanted to help put the fish into the tank. It's too cold. You could just watch from the side. Xing Buhua said considerately. He took the fish off the hook and put it into the water tank. Baya looked at Xing Buhua's face, which was exactly the same as Gu Lingqing's, with an infatuated expression. She seemed to see Gu Lingqing through Xing Buhua. Seeing Bai Yi smile, Xing Buhua felt warm his heart. He believed that in the long run, she would fall in love with him, just like how she fell in love with Gu Lingqing. Zhang Xingyu drove over. Chief, madam, I brought the tent over. You can stay in the tent and fish. It will be much warmer there. He first brought the stove over and placed a kettle on top of it. In an instant, a wave of warmth washed over his exposed skin. Zhang Xingyu set up the stove and unfurled the tent. He placed the sponge mattress in the tent. Can we catch fish at night? Bai Yi murmured. In fact, fishing at night is better than during the day. But it's best to use blue light. This kind of light will attract fish, Xing Buhua explained. Okay. Bai Yi responded gently. Wait in the tent. It's warm there, Xing Buhua said. Bai Yi nodded. She sat in the tent and looked at the lake. Zhang Xingyu saw that they were in a good mood, so he didn't want to be a third wheel. He drove back. 20 minutes later, Xing Buhua caught another black carp. It was very big, probably more than 20 kilograms. Bai Yi ran over happily. With this fish, Lu Shuang would have something to eat. I think, with this lake, I can live the rest of my life without worrying about food or clothing, she said with a smile. Okay, since you like fishing, I will accompany you often. In spring, we can open a pond over there and put lobster seedlings in it. In summer, we can catch lobsters, Xing Buhua suggested. Bai Yi lowered her head and smiled. It sounded good. Let's go back. It's enough. Okay, let's go. Xing Buhua held the fishing gear in one hand and the water tank in the other. He walked in front. Bai Yi followed behind him. It was easy to get dark in winter. When they got home, it was already dark by 6:10 p.m. Bai Yi and Song Shiyu went to the kitchen to deal with the fish. Xing Buhua and Zhang Xingyu discussed building a house. At 6:30 p.m., Bai Yi's phone rang. She saw it was Lu Shuang and quickly answered. Little Bai, your guard stopped me from coming in. Can you tell them? Lu Shuang said. Okay, give them the phone, Bai Yi said. She heard the guard's voice on the other end of the phone. Madam, let her in. She's my friend. Bai Yi hung up and said to Song Shiyu, my friend will be here soon. Is the pot ready? Let me tidy up the fish first. Done. I also made a shrimp pot with a lot of chicken wings in it. It should be good, Song Shiyu said. That's great. Thank you, Mom. Bai Yi opened the pot and put oil, pepper, onion, ginger, garlic, etc. She put the fish into the pot and stir-fried it. Then she put it into the pot. She suddenly thought of something. Mom, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm going to pick up my friend, Bai Yi said, and took off her apron in a hurry. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Song Shiyu took over Bai Yi's work. Bai Yi rushed to the door. Lu Shuang's car had already driven in and stopped on the lawn. Bai Yi walked over and held Lu Shuang's hand. She said softly, there's one thing. Xing Buhua lives with us. My mom doesn't know that he's not Gu Lingqing. Don't tell her. She'll be sad. Xing Buhua lives with you. If the old lady likes him to be Gu Lingqing, then you'll be sharing a room with him, right? Lu Shuang asked in surprise. Bai Yi nodded. He's sleeping on the sofa. Remember not to tell her. Lu Shuang made a zipping gesture on his lips. She opened the door and took out 2 fruit baskets. Put my luggage in the car. I'll stay here for 2 days. Okay. Bai Yi took Lu Shuang to the villa. As soon as they entered, Lu Shuang smelled the aroma. It smells so good. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. Bai Yi laughed. Wash your hands and sit at the dining table. It's time to eat. There's fish soup, hot pot, and spicy prawns. My mother-in-law specially made them. Your mother-in-law is so nice. Lu Shuang put down the fruit baskets and saw Song Shiyu. He smiled and greeted, hello, Annie. Good. Take a seat. It's time to eat. I'll call Lingqing and Xingyu to come over. Song Shiyu put the bowls and chopsticks on the table. Take a seat first. I'll prepare a seasoning plate for you, Bai Yi said and went to the kitchen. Lu Shuang followed her. I like to eat something sweet. I know. Bai Yi prepared 5 seasoning plates and placed them on the dining table. Xing Buhua and Zhang Xingyu were still talking. Xing Buhua saw Lu Shuang and smiled politely. Lu Shuang also smiled. Hello, Chief. It's a blessing to have a meal with Chief. You're so naughty, Bai Yi said to Lu Shuang. Let's eat. Sing this fish. Ling Xing just caught it from the lake. Chapter 711. Baya picked up some for Lu Shuang and placed it on her plate. Lu Shuang made a sound of enjoyment. I think it's better than what we had at the fish farm. The fish there might be farmed. The fish here are wild. They must have been here for many years and are growing on their own, Baya explained. I want to eat fish here for the rest of my life. Don't stop me. Lu Shuang picked up more fish with his chopsticks. Okay, Baya replied gently. Song Shiyu looked at Lu Shuang and her eyes dimmed. I think of Shu Lan. She should be fine now. All that's left is the recovery time. If there's nothing wrong, let's bring her back. She's lonely in the hospital, Baya said. I'll go to the hospital to see her tomorrow and ask the doctor if she can be discharged. It's better to stay at home than in the hospital, Song Shiyu said. Baya nodded. The meal was heartwarming and comfortable. Lu Shuang rubbed his stomach and asked Zhang Xingyu, do you know how to play level up? We'll play mahjong tonight. I'll play with Xiao Bai and you'll play with the chief. How about $100 a game? I'm not good at mahjong. I'm afraid that I'll be a burden to the chief. Zhang Xingyu looked at Xing Buhua and said, it's okay. It's rare for us to play. I'll pay if we lose, Xing Buhua said with a smile. Zhang Xingyu was elated. Long live the chief. Ha! I have a feeling that I'll win a lot today. Ha! Lu Shuang said happily. They started the game very quickly. Song Shiyu poured water for them and prepared some melon seeds, peanuts, pistachios, pine nuts, and sweets. Lu Shuang suddenly felt like he was celebrating Chinese New Year. Thank you, Andy. Song Shiyu also felt that Lu Shuang was a happy person. The atmosphere in the house became better. Come and play more in the future. Okay, Andy. The four of them were having fun. Xing Buhua was obviously going easy on them. Lu Shuang was laughing happily. Baya was also in a good mood. When he saw that Baya was in a good mood, he was also affected. They played until 10 o'clock. Baya's phone rang. She saw that it was Shun Yin's call and looked at Lu Shuang in surprise. Why didn't Shun Yin call Lu Shuang? Puzzled, she picked up the call. Baya, don't let Lu Shuang come back for the time being. In addition, ensure his safety, Shun Yin said seriously. Baya noticed that everyone was looking at her. I'm sorry, I'll leave for a while. She stood up and walked into the library. What's wrong? What happened? Nangong Yu's brother suddenly came to visit today. His words were very unfriendly. I'm worried that he might do something bad to Lu Shuang. I'll let Lu Shuang come back after he leaves, Shun Yin said. When are you going to marry Lu Shuang? Baya asked suspiciously. After Nangong Yu's brother leaves, I'll negotiate with Hua Zixing and end our relationship as soon as possible. If everything goes well, we'll divorce next month and marry Lu Shuang 6 months later, Shun Yin said in a deep voice. Got it. You be careful too. Okay. Baya hung up and returned to the mahjong table. Xing Buhua looked at the time on his phone. It's getting late and you're pregnant. Why don't you rest early? Can I sleep with Baya today? Let me have Baya for the time being, Lu Shuang said to Xing Buhua with a grin. Xing Buhua nodded. Don't disturb her sleep. She'll wake up easily. Lu Shuang saluted. Of course. Xiao Bai, which room are you in? Baya looked at Xing Buhua. I'll sleep in the library today, Xing Buhua said. Thank you, Baya said gently and brought Lu Shuang back to her room. Xing Buhua went to the library and sent a message. How's it going? That woman is very similar to the real Nangong Yu. She can answer a lot of questions. Even her brother's personality is the same. She disguised herself very well. What should we do next? Mo asked. Have you found the place where the real Nangong Yu is imprisoned? Xing Buhua asked coldly. I found the location, but Hua Zixing's men are watching it very closely. I'm afraid it'll be difficult to rescue her. I've already contacted Lung Shuang today. He said that he'll join me. I've also contacted Gu Tianhong's old subordinates. They also said that they'll join me. Currently, the only obstacle is Shun Yin, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. He narrowed his eyes, and there was a malicious glint in them. Sir, please give me your orders. You saved my life, and my family needs your help too. I'll do my best, Mo said. Very well. Don't worry. After this, you'll be able to enjoy your old age. Your family will also return to your side. Show the video to Brother Nangong Yu and tell him the address of the person who imprisoned Nangongyu. Leave the rest to me. Yes. Asterisk on Baya's side. Everything was peaceful. She had a good night's sleep and woke up naturally. The president's palace was filled with bloodshed. When she woke up, Lu Shuang was still asleep. She carefully got out of bed and went to the bathroom. She brushed her teeth and washed up. When she opened the door, she saw Zhang Xingyu standing in front of her door. He seemed to have waited for a long time with a heavy heart. What's wrong? Baya asked in confusion. Madam, hurry up and look at the internet, Zhang Xingyu reminded her. Baya went to the library and turned on the computer. There were 2 videos on the computer. One was the scene of Hua Zixing forcing Nangongyu into the snake pit. The lines were also recorded clearly. The other video showed an intense shooting. Someone rescued the dying Nangongyu from the basement. Then the scene changed. There was another Nangongyu who rushed over and fought with a man, beating him to the ground. What's this? Baya was shocked. It seems that someone is targeting the President and Mrs. President. Mrs. President had brought a girl from Country M. Mrs. President couldn't have children, so she promised her that she would give birth to the President's child in 4 years. Her child will be the President in the future, and she is the default candidate for the President. Her child will be the President in the future, Zhang Xingyu said. Baya frowned as she looked at the comments below. It had become a disaster zone, bombarding Shun Yin and Hua Zixing. However, the president had another woman behind him and even had a child with another woman. Nangongyu flew into a rage out of humiliation and hurt the president's woman. He was forced into the snake pit by Hua Zixing and imprisoned. The Nangongyu beside Hua Zixing right now is a fake. The man who was beaten to the ground, just now the man who was beaten to the ground should be Nangongyu's brother. Zhang Xingyu continued. A lot of information flashed through Baya's mind. She immediately called Shun Yin. Shun Yin hung up. Chapter 712. Baya's mind was in a mess. She closed her eyes. She was worried that the fact that Lu Shuang was the woman behind Shun Yin could not be concealed. Then, Lu Shuang would become the target of Quan Ming's attack. She would be the first to suffer. Her phone rang. She saw that it was Shun Yin's call. She picked it up immediately and asked anxiously, "How did this happen? Baya, who is more important in your heart, Xing Buhua or Lu Shuang?" Shun Yin asked in a low voice. "What do you mean?" Baya stood up from her seat. She had a bad feeling about this. Xing Buhua is the mastermind behind all this. The video was shot by Hua Rui's nanny. She is Xing Buhua's person. Baya was silent. She recalled many things. She still could not believe it. Xing Buhua had clearly said that it was up to her whether he would be the president or not. "Do you have any evidence?" The nanny beside Hua Rui was a spy who was abandoned by the country. She was saved by Xing Buhua. From the angle of the video and the surveillance footage, it was shot by the nanny. "I think his purpose is to be the president." "Baya, you believe me now. He is not Gu Lingqing. His ambition has never disappeared. He appeared by your side and pretended to be Gu Lingqing not to prevent you from committing suicide, but to steal Gu Lingqing's power. He has done it now. Lung Shuang and the others used to be Gu Lingqing's people. Now, they're all his people." Shun Yin told Baya everything about today's investigation. Baya only felt that her brain was struck by lightning. It was numb. There was a short blank in her mind. She was silent. "Are you still listening?" Shun Yin asked. Baya took a deep breath. "Do you have any remedial measures now?" Xing Buhua is ruthless. This time he cut off all my escape routes. I can't answer to the M Nation's king, the Hua family, the Nangong family, or the people. Moreover, if I'm not surprised, the M Nation's king will listen to the Xiang family's provocation and attack me in order to protect himself. In order to protect themselves, the Hua family will turn against me. They will make me hand over Lu Shuang. Lu Shuang will become the main culprit behind public opinion. Shun Yin's voice deepened. She was silent for 3 seconds. Baya also felt the seriousness of the matter. In ancient times, there was an emperor called Tang Mingwang. He loved Yang Guifei very much. During the Unsure Rebellion, the officials and the common people put all the blame on Yang Guifei, demanding that the emperor's side be cleansed. No matter how much Emperor Tang loved Yang Guifei, he could only watch helplessly as Yang Yuhuan was hanged. In the end, even Shun Yin might not be able to do anything. Are you sure there's no solution? How to refute these attacks? I can use my website to help you. Maybe I can turn the tide. Baya quickly thought of a solution. The video has been sent out. It's hard to turn the tide. What about the negotiation with the Nangong family? There's always a glimmer of hope, right? The Nangong family has already surrendered to the Xiang family. They will pursue this matter. Baya. Shen Yin became serious. Listen, I can hold on for 2 or 3 months at most. This time, I won't be able to turn the tide. If Lu Shuang stays with me, he will definitely die. Even if he doesn't die, I don't want her to suffer with me. Her life will be threatened at any time. Send her away secretly. If possible, don't let her come back for the rest of her life. Her child is also in D country now. I will send the child to her. She is the legal representative of the company in X country. I will find a way to transfer the money to her. Shen Yin said with red eyes. When he could give her happiness, he did everything he could to keep her. He once said that even if he was imprisoned, he would not let her go. But now, he was really going to lose power. What he had to do was not to drag her down with him. He had to think about the best place to go. Baya's eyes turned red. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything and you don't know anything. I was too careless. Please take care of Lu Shuang. Shen Yin sobbed. I still have something to deal with. I'll hang up first, Shen Yin said and hung up the phone. Baya stood there in a daze. She felt very uncomfortable. It was like a cold rain on a cloudy day. She thought that at least Lu Shuang could be happy. Why did it have to be like this? It was like a sudden clap of thunder on a sunny day. She couldn't bear the sudden change. She sat on the bed and panted. She still felt sad. The person who hurt her friend was the brother of the man she loved the most. She couldn't control her emotions anymore. She was so angry that she swept all the papers on the table to the ground. Zhang Xingyu knew that Baya was sad. He silently picked up all the papers on the ground and put them on the table. Baya glanced at the papers on the table and called Leng Shuai. Leng Shuai answered. Did Xingbua look for you? Baya asked directly. Yes. He analyzed the situation with me and talked about his ideals and ambitions. I think they are very close to mine, so I'm willing to support him to be the president. I think the spirit of the chief in heaven will also agree, Leng Shuai said. Really? Baya's eyes turned red. So you decided to betray Gu Lingqing? This is not a betrayal. It's just that someone has come to take over the chief's dream. Becoming the president is not Gu Lingqing's dream. Baya raised her voice. But this is my dream. I want to support the chief to become the president. After talking with Xing Buhua, I think he could do a better job than the chief. I'm sorry, Baya. I have decided to work hard in the future. Whether you understand it or not, it's fine. So, you have been helping me because you think that Xing Buhua is Gu Lingqing and wants to make Gu Lingqing the president, not because of Gu Lingqing. So you are protecting her orphan? Baya asked. We are soldiers. We have our glory and mission. We should not be soft-hearted or have a woman's view. You just want to live a peaceful life and work in peace and contentment. But in my eyes, this is decadence and self-abandonment. What I want is to make the country rich and powerful. What do you mean by making the country rich and powerful? It sounds nice, but you just want to satisfy your ambition. In fact, you're no different from Sheng Dongqing. You also covet the position of the president, Baya said anxiously. Since you can't understand, it's meaningless for me to explain. Don't call me again. Leng Shuai hung up the phone. Baya was so angry that she smashed the phone. What friendship? What passion? When she fought against Sheng Dongqing and Zhuo Chuani, they all followed her lead. Chapter 713. Madam, don't be too agitated. You're pregnant, Zhang Xingyu said worriedly. He picked up Baya's phone and placed it on the table. You're going to follow Xing Buhua too, right? Baya asked Zhang Xingyu directly. Zhang Xingyu kept quiet and lowered his head. Baya understood everything. They took care of her and protected her because they thought that Gu Lingqing was not dead. By doing so, they could improve their careers. When they were sure that Gu Lingqing was dead, they would choose someone else to rely on. Everyone had their own selfish motives. She understood that. She could not blame others. She could only respect their choices because she could not change it. However, she was sad. Was this the Ning that she wanted to protect for Gu Lingqing? Her world seemed to collapse in an instant. Go, take your Ning with you. You can rely on whoever you want, Lung Shuo or Xing Buhua. Baiya sniffled and said. Zhang Xingyu looked at Baiya and felt sad. Madam, can't you be with Xing Buhua? You treat Xing Buhua as Chief Gu. Many times I thought that Xing Buhua was Chief Gu. He's not Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing would not sacrifice innocent people to gain his own benefits and power. In his heart, the lives of ordinary people are more important than his own. How could he betray them? How could he take the initiative to harm others? Baiya said with tears in her eyes. But Chief Gu is such a good person. He's not around anymore, isn't he? Zhang Xingyu nodded. So you can rely on whoever you want. He doesn't need you. I don't need you either, Baiya said firmly. Even if we turn to Xing Buhua, aren't we still following you? There's no difference. The difference is that if you follow me, all you get is a salary. If you follow Xing Buhua, you can get glory and do things that are better for you. You can leave now. Baiya glanced at the door. Zhang Xingyu didn't leave. Madam, don't be like this. I'm scared. I need some time alone. Baiya closed his eyes. In that case, madam, please rest for a while. I'll be here if you need me to, Zhang Xingyu said before he turned around and left the room, closing the door behind him. Baiya closed her eyes, but her tears were still flowing. She missed Gu Lingqing so much. Without him, she didn't want to stay in this cruel world for a second. But if she died now, what would happen to Lu Shuang? She would send Lu Shuang away safely. Zhang Xingyu was already Xing Buhua's man. She couldn't trust or rely on these people anymore. The only one she could trust was Alan. Yes, only Alan. Baiya wiped her tears and immediately brought Lu Shuang to look for Alan. She rushed out of the library, and Xing Buhua stood in front of her. She felt a chill down her spine. Fear rose in her heart, and she took a step back. You know everything? Xing Buhua locked his eyes on her and asked. Baiya forced herself to calm down. If she fell out with Xing Buhua directly, she would probably be imprisoned in this manner for the rest of her life. Lu Shuang would be forced out by him and become a weapon to threaten Sheniyan. She couldn't call for help. She would rather die than live. The point was that if she died, she would be separated from Gu Lingqing and become a ghost trapped in this manner. Got it. Baiya lowered her eyes. I believe that fate is in my own hands. Trusting Sheniyan is like hanging my head on the edge of a cliff. If he wants to kill me, he can kill me. I can't eat and sleep well every day. Now, no one will hurt us anymore. I'm the only king. Xing Buhua said arrogantly. He was arrogant and proud. Baiya replied calmly. What will you do to Lu Shuang? She is your friend. I will make sure she is safe. Xing Buhua promised. Now that Sheniyan can't make a comeback, if Lu Shuang stays by his side, he will only be in danger. I want to send her away secretly. Do you agree? Baiya asked, looking into his eyes. Xing Buhua nodded. She is innocent. Send her away. I'll talk to her. Baiya lowered her head and walked past him. Xing Buhua held her hand. Aren't you happy for me? From now on, no one will hurt you. Baiya twitched the corner of her mouth and looked at him coldly. Congratulations, you finally got what you wanted. That's good. When I become the king, I will marry you. From then on, we will be happy. Xing Buhua promised. Baiya smiled and said nothing. She walked upstairs. Lu Shuang woke up too. He brushed his teeth with his toothbrush and came out of the bathroom. Are you hungry? Baiya asked softly. Lu Shuang touched his stomach. I think I woke up because I was hungry. Let's have breakfast first, Baiya said. She turned around and shouted to Song Shiyu. Mom, we want to have breakfast. Coming. Song Shiyu brought over the pancakes she made. Lu Shuang took a big bite and looked around. Where's Xing Buhua? Isn't he here? Yeah. Baiya answered and ate her breakfast. I want to go somewhere later. Come with me. Where is it? Is it fun? Lu Shuang asked. Baiya looked at her eyes that were as pure as the blue sky and white clouds. Her heart ached. To the temple. There's a very powerful master there. I want to see him. Fortune-telling? All right, I'll go and calculate it too. Lu Shuang said happily. After breakfast, Zhang Xingyu drove the car. Baya glanced at Lu Shuang, who knew nothing. Is there anything you want to do the most? What do I want to do the most? To be with my friend and lover, Lu Shuang said with a smile. Baya also smiled and asked meaningfully, what did Shinian do? Will you forget him forever? There should be a lot of things that will make me forget him. For example, finding another woman. I won't give him a second chance, Lu Shuang said with certainty. How about you? How can you forget Gu Lingqing? Lu Shuang asked. Feelings can be accumulated, but they can also be used for consumption. I used to love Su Jiran, but in the process of being with him, I used up all my love for him. Gu Lingqing gave me a lot of love, but when he died, the consumption stopped, so he will forever remain in my heart. So, death is the most difficult gap to cross. Yes, living is because of all kinds of contradictions, such as the deviation of one's outlook on life, and so on. All of these will consume one's emotions. Only death can heal the pain with time. One can forget the love they once loved, but it cannot consume the emotions buried in one's heart. So, when I found out that Gu Lingqing lost his memory, I only remembered that he chose to leave. I remember Zhou Hailan chose to leave because I couldn't drive away the light in his heart by his side. So, no one will drive away the Gu Lingqing in your heart, right? Lu Shuang asked sadly. Yes. Hello everyone. I'm Qin Tangdang. You can follow me on WeChat. Chapter 714. Luckily, Shinian doesn't have a dead person in his heart. Otherwise, I'd never have anything to do with him, Lu Shuang said bluntly. Baya did not say anything. Zhang Xingyu looked at Lu Shuang worriedly. He looked at Baya even more worriedly. Baya's eyes were red. She held Lu Shuang's hand tightly. What's wrong? Lu Shuang could tell that there was something wrong with Baya. Later, if Master Gufa gives you a divination, remember to tell me what it is, Baya said. Okay. Asterisk at the foot of the mountain, there was another huge queue waiting for Master Gufa. Baya and Lu Shuang lined up obediently. The young novice monk ran over and bowed to Baya. Grandmasters, Master Gufa invites you up. Lu Shuang looked at Baya in surprise. We're so lucky. Yeah, Baya replied. They followed the young novice monk to the meditation room. Grandmaster Bai, please go in first. Cool girl, wait at the door, Baya instructed. Lu Shuang nodded. He craned his neck and looked inside curiously. Baya went in first. Master Gufa did not change much. He was wearing a glowing white robe. He put down his brush and looked at Baya. He smiled slightly. These words are my answer to you. Baya glanced at the words on the paper and read them out loud. It's like a dream. The end is the starting point. Can you tell me what exactly this sentence means? Grandmaster is a very intelligent person. You should be able to comprehend it very quickly. It shouldn't take more than a month. That's all I have to say. As for the friend at your door, I won't calculate anything for her. You can take her away. Grandmaster Gufan nodded. There was not the slightest fluctuation in his expression. He was like a cool breeze. There is one thing I don't understand. Great Master Ancient Law, have you ever been disturbed by the mortal world? If not, then what do you feel is the meaning of living? Baya asked softly. He really wanted to consult this expert. Grandmaster Gufan smiled. Everyone has a different view of life and a different way of living. Although I have already jumped out of the world of mortals, even taking care of a flower or a grass is enough for me to enjoy the beauty of the present. I can see flowers bloom and wilt, clouds gather and disperse. But in your eyes, you can only see your heart. If you let go of your obsession, you can also experience life. If you can't let go of your obsession, the world is empty. Baya understood. She had always been a person with an exquisite heart. By letting go of Gu Lingqing, she could start a new life and choose a man who loved her. However, she was not willing to let go. Even if it was heavy, she had to carry it on. You said it was like a dream. The end is the beginning. Can I continue my fate with him? Baya asked. Her eyes were burning with hope. I have said enough. I won't send you off. Grandmaster Gufan refused to answer. She had already asked twice. If he wanted to answer, he had already answered. If she asked again, there would be no answer. Can I ask a question on behalf of my friend? You can't. However, I can tell you that her fate is very unstable. She was originally a carefree little pig in the forest, but she saved a phoenix and accepted the phoenix as her godmother. She learned the phoenix's abilities, and before dying, the phoenix also gave her its fate pill. You tell me, she is a phoenix, but she is not as good as a phoenix. She's a little pig. Because of her strange fate, she looks ordinary, but not ordinary. I can't show it to her. I'm sorry. Zisu, send a guest out. Grandmaster Goofin said to the little monk outside the door. Baya knew that if she continued to stay, it would only make things difficult for others. She nodded. Thank you, Grandmaster. She turned and walked out. Is it my turn? Lu Shuang asked curiously. Baya shook her head apologetically. Let's go. I have something to tell you. What is it? Lu Shuang was confused. The video of Hua Zifeng pushing Nan Gongyu into the snake pit was posted online. They imprisoned the real Nan Gongyu and put the fake Nan Gongyu by their side. They even wanted to kill her. These videos were also posted online. Your identity will be exposed soon. So, you can't stay by Shawnee inside anymore. I will arrange for you to go abroad tonight. Leave here and don't come back. Lu Shuang stared at Baya. His mind was blank. Are you joking with me? I'm not joking. The one who went to look for Shun Ian yesterday was Nan Gongyu's brother. He came for his sister. Since yesterday, Shun Ian has walked into someone else's plot. Baya passed the phone to Lu Shuang. You will understand when you see it. Lu Shuang immediately turned on his phone and browsed the comments on the internet. The attacks now were more intense than in the morning. Many netizens were looking for the woman behind Shun Ian. Now, Shun Ian is thinking of ways to protect you. But once the M Nation takes action, the Hua family will appear as the victim to protect themselves. By then, you won't be able to leave even if you want to, Baya reminded him. I'm going to look for him, Lu Shuang said with reddened eyes. Baya hugged Lu Shuang. There are reporters at the entrance of the presidential palace. If you go, you'll be exposed. Moreover, you won't be able to get in. There must be a way to get in. I can't leave without even seeing him, Xiao Bai. Lu Shuang turned back to look at her. You know I'm not a disloyal person. How can I leave him like this? He said before that even if he can't be the president and is imprisoned, he doesn't want to leave. Now that he is like this, once I leave, there will be nothing left. Be rational. Your appearance will not help him at all. Moreover, it will prove that he is cheating. As long as you don't appear, he still has the possibility to argue. He won't be attacked by the public. If you go, you will hurt him. Then what should I do? Oh yes, I need to call him. Lu Shuang immediately took out his phone and called Shun Ian. Yesterday, when Shun Ian did not call her, she felt relaxed and could be free for a day. However, she did not want to be free forever. She would rather be imprisoned by him. Shun Ian did not pick up. Lu Shuang was so anxious that he wanted to cry. He held back his emotions, afraid that he would be impulsive and not be able to talk properly. Shun Ian did not pick up her call. Lu Shuang was even more worried and continued to call. Shun Ian still did not pick up. Lu Shuang continued to call. That's enough, Shuang girl. Don't make things difficult for him. Do you remember what I told you before? If you love him, do what he wants you to do, Baya advised. If he loves me, shouldn't he do what I want? If he doesn't love me, why should I love him? Lu Shuang's voice was choked. She wiped the corner of her eyes and continued to call as if she had gone crazy. Shun Ian finally picked up the call. Hello. Chapter 715. Yeah, Shun Ian replied calmly. Lu Shuang wiped his tears. In her heart, Shun Ian had always been arrogant and strong. He would always smile at her. Although he was hateful sometimes, he would generally please her, spoil her, take her side, and tolerate her. But now, he gave her the feeling that he was sad and depressed. Don't be afraid. It's okay. I'm willing to be imprisoned with you, Lu Shuang said. He felt sad and pursed his lips to prevent himself from crying. Shun Ian smiled. He sounded very happy. Why are you still smiling? It's all my fault. If I didn't ask you to deal with Nan Gongyu, you wouldn't have let Hua Zixing push her into the snake pit. If Nan Gongyu was fine, nothing would have happened. But it's because of me that you're in this predicament now, Lu Shuang said with self-blame. My woman was bullied. If I don't stand up for her, I'm not worthy to be her man. Since that's the case, there's no need to be sad. At most, I'll fall from my horse, but my life won't be in danger. Our country only has moral restrictions on extramarital affairs. There are no legal sanctions. I won't die, but you imprison Nangong Yu and prepare to shoot them. That's not a small crime, right? Lu Shuang said, choking with sobs. I imprisoned them, but I didn't order them to be shot. It was Hua Zixing's private order. Go abroad first. I'll send a Bayo to you. I'll also give you the card. The password is your birthday. If I go, what about you? I won't go. If you don't go, you'll be in more danger than me. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't commit any crime. Why would I be in more danger? Because you're the culprit. Because of you, Nangong Yu was punished. Because of you, Hua Zixing was wronged. The M Nation won't do anything to you in the open, but there will definitely be people who will deal with you in the dark. I might not be able to protect you in the future. Be good and don't make me worry, Sheniyin said. He said in a deep voice. I don't want to leave. I want to stay with you. If you keep her company, it will only make the people more disgusted and sympathize with Hua Zixing. It will also cause public anger in Country M. You're hurting her, Baya interrupted. I have no choice but to walk. Why am I leaving again? Why? I don't want to go. Lu Shuang cried and fell to the ground. Not wanting to make Shani Yin sad, she hung up the phone. Baya could understand Lu Shuang's feelings. Right now, she must be very sad, distressed, helpless, and afraid that the next moment would be the moment of separation. Therefore, he only hoped that time could pass a little slower. Even if he could only look at him from afar, it would be enough. Just like the time when she saw the bullet go through the back of Gu Lingqing's head, she didn't dare to believe it, didn't dare to face it, and would rather stay at the moment when she held his body in her arms. At least, at this moment, even though they were sad, they were still together. She could still hug him. Lu Shuang was crying too sadly. Baya wanted to comfort him, but she was also sad. She turned her face away and looked at the sky in the distance, quietly crying. She never wanted to be pitied. It would hurt her self-esteem. But now, she really felt that she was pitiful, so pitiful that she complained about the cruelty of God and the unfairness of fate, but there was nothing she could do. She fought with people and officials, but she couldn't win against God. Master Gufa said that her obsession was too heavy, so how could her fate not be heavy? She only felt the cruelty of the world, and she no longer had the eyes to observe beauty. Let's go. We'll have to go eventually, Baya said hoarsely. Lu Shuang held Baya's hand. Can we go together? Let's go to Country D. With you by my side, I'll be more confident to reunite with Sheniyin. She didn't want to tell Lu Shuang that she would accompany Gu Lingqing after she sent Lu Shuang away. Lu Shuang had just left his lover. If she knew that her best friend was going to die, she would be even sadder. Baya squatted down in front of Lu Shuang. Sheniyin will try her best to come back to you. You just have to wait patiently and take care of your child. Why can't you go with me? Lu Shuang didn't understand and begged with tears. I'm sorry. She didn't know what else to say except this sentence. Without Gu Lingqing, she was actually living a life worse than death. If she went to Country D, she would be worried that she would die in front of her, which would be a bigger blow to Lu Shuang. I'm sorry. Baya still said the same sentence. She pressed the back of Lu Shuang's head and pressed her forehead against hers. She murmured, at least I'm still alive. There'll be a day when we can reunite. For that day, I'll change myself. Lu Shuang couldn't say anything. She just cried until her head hurt and she couldn't breathe. She knew that she would only become a burden and weakness for Shun Yin if she stayed. She could only leave. On the way back, Lu Shuang cried until she had no tears left. Her eyes were red and swollen as she looked outside in a daze. Baya contacted Alan. It seems that every time I contact you, it's to ask for your help, Baya said apologetically. I'm more than happy to help you. Tell me, as long as I can do it, Alan promised with a smile. Do you still remember Lu Shuang? I asked you to help her go to Country D. This time, I need you to help her go to Country D. No problem. Where is she now? Still in Country A. She'll fly to England tonight. Please send someone to pick her up at the airport in England. Call me after sending her to Country D. Finally, arrange a new identity for her. I hope she can disappear from the face of the earth. No problem. I know what to do, Alan said with certainty. Baya was silent. She owed Alan too much. She couldn't repay him in this lifetime. Alan, thank you. Huh. Alan smiled good-naturedly. You're welcome. Baya hung up the phone. After returning, she helped Lu Shuang pack her luggage and transferred 10 million to Lu Shuang's account. Don't send me off. You're pregnant. It's too tiring, Lu Shuang said with red eyes. It's okay. It's been 3 months. I'll send you off, Baya said with a smile. This was the last time they could see each other. She cherished the time she had with her friend. If there's a next life, we'll still be sisters. Lu Shuang, who had just calmed down, became emotional again and said with tears in his eyes, Okay, we'll be sisters forever, and our friendship will last forever, Baya replied. They took a car to the airport together. Lu Shuang was talkative. He chattered about the interesting things in their past. Baya listened quietly. No matter how much she wanted to say, the time was up. Lu Shuang was about to register. Xiaobai, will you come to see me? Chapter 716. I want you to come and see me, Lu Shuang said stubbornly. Baya nodded after a moment of silence. Lu Shuang left reluctantly and turned back to look at Baya. Baya stood on the spot and watched her walk into the waiting room. She only turned around and got into Zhang Xingyu's car when her plane took off. Xingyu, can you help me with the last 2 things? Baya asked politely. Just tell me what you want. I'll do my best. Also, I'm sincere to you, Zhang Xingyu said with a choked voice. Whether it's sincere or not, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, help me buy all the world scenery postcards. It doesn't matter if there's no world. Just buy as many as you can, Baya ordered. All the world's postcards? Okay, I promise I'll complete the task. Also, I'll mark all the papers in the next 2 days. I'll find those who have problems. Tell Lung Shuang the name list. He can believe it if he wants, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't. Chief Lung actually respects Chief Gu a lot. Everyone spoke too rashly in the morning, Zhang Xingyu said carefully. Baya sneered. Whether it's respect or having your own ambitions, we'll know in the future. However, it has nothing to do with me. If you do these 2 things well, you'll be worthy of me. That's all. Baya didn't want to talk anymore. She closed her eyes to rest. An hour later, she went back to the villa. It was already midnight. She didn't go back to her room. Instead, she went to the library and called Lung Shuang. Lung Shuang was still awake. He picked up the phone, but his voice was cold and distant. Madam, do you still remember the treasures I gave you? You've taken them all back. Please return them to me, okay? Baya said in an official tone. I gave you the money from selling the treasures. The treasures after that were seized by the military, so I don't think there's a need to return them to you, Lung Shuang said coldly. The third eye belongs to my husband. Can you return it to me? Baya asked calmly. It's useless to you anyway. Moreover, Chief Gu has passed away. So, you're going to take it for yourself? Baya asked with a mocking smile. I'm not taking it. I just think you haven't thought about what's right and what's wrong. You're being too soft-hearted, Lung Shuang said coldly. I know what you mean. I'll contact you later. Baya said. Yeah. She had already expected Lung Ye's decision, so she wasn't too. She called Xing Buhua. Where are you? Outside the library, Xing Buhua said. Bye-bye, said. Shuang Xing. Xingya. Shuang, come in. I have something to tell you. Baya hung up the phone and sat on the chair. I told Xinyan that I hoped he would spare your life. He promised not to touch you. Now, everything is under your control. Xin Yin has encountered such a thing. I'm afraid he has no chance to be the president. Can you spare his life and let him find Lu Shuang? Baya asked. Yeah. Not now. Although Shan Yin is not going to be the president, he still has a lot of connections. If we don't uproot them this time, there will be endless troubles in the future. Letting him go is like letting a tiger go back to the mountain. With a strategy, he will soon be able to make a comeback. Xing Buhua said cautiously. Yeah. He became the president to protect his family. As long as you don't touch his family, he won't think about being the president again. This position is lonely, and the woman he loves is not suitable to be the president's wife. You can't control other people's hearts. I promise you that I will spare Shunyan's life. What I want is his freedom. The conditions are very generous. Gu Lingqing has a third eye. I can give it to you. Gu Tianheng also got a lot of treasures. I think you should know that these treasures are now kept by the military. I can give them to you. I can also give you biochemical weapons and their antidote. You have biochemical weapons. You have biochemical weapons. No one will be your opponent. What are you afraid of? Bai said coldly. Xing Buhua looked at her in silence. Okay, I promise you. But not now. I can't let Shunyan go now. When I become the president, I will let him go. Swear. Bai asked. Xing Buhua put his hand on the side of his face. Lu Shuang was his good friend. Shunyan was the person Lu Shuang loved. He didn't want Bai to be too disappointed in him. I swear that 1 year after I become the president, I will set Shunyan free. Xing Buhua said. Bai didn't want to ask why 1 year after he became the president. Xing Buhua was very vigilant. It was already the best that he could agree to this. The third eye and the treasures are with Long Shuang. Now Long Shuang is following your lead. If you ask him, he should hand them over to you. In addition, I will give you the address of the key and the biochemical weapons. You can send someone to get them. It's better to get them yourself. The virus needs to be minus 1,000 degrees to be eliminated. Keep them or destroy them. It's up to you. Okay, Xiaoya. Xing Buhua squatted down in front of Baya. He held her hand and said sincerely, I hope you understand that what I did was what I should do. You didn't tell me before because you were afraid that I would object. Since you have done it, I don't want to say anything more. I'm a little tired now. I will sleep in the library tonight. Baya pulled her hand out. It's a little cold in the library. You can sleep in the room. I will sleep in the guest room. If Mom asks, I will tell her that I work too late and don't want to disturb her sleep. Thank you. Baya didn't refuse and walked to her room. That night, she didn't sleep well. She woke up several times in the middle. Every time she woke up, she was woken up by pain. After a long time, she fell asleep. When she woke up, it was already 10 o'clock in the morning. At this time, Lu Shuang should have arrived in the UK. She immediately looked for her phone and found that it was turned off. She guessed that Xing Buhua came in and turned off her phone. She frowned and turned it on again. But then she thought that Xing Buhua might have done something to her phone when she was sleeping. She removed the phone and made sure that there was no chip installed in it. Then she checked the phone for viruses. After confirming that there was no monitoring link, she called Alan with relief. Sorry, I just woke up. Have you picked up Lu Shuang? Baya asked worriedly. Yes, I've already sent her to Country D. She should be arriving at Country D by now. Please find a safe place to settle him down first. I will ask Shani Yin to send her child there. Please ensure his safety these few days. Baya said cautiously. Okay, I will call you after he has settled down. Oh yes, this time, it will be hard for Shani Yin to make a comeback, right? There's been a lot of internal turmoil in your country these few months. Is everything okay? Alan asked. An exciting political battle. You can't imagine who will come to power in the end. Baya said indifferently. It won't be you, will it? I heard that Sheng Dongsheng and Zhuo Chuani were defeated by you. I hate politics. I'm not cut out for this. You will know who it will be when the time comes. One more thing, Alan, I need to trouble you. Hello, everyone. I am Qin Tang Tang. You can follow me on WeChat. Chapter 717. Go ahead. I will send you some cards. These cards are postcards from all over the world. Please pretend to be me every once in a while and ask your friend to help me send them to Lu Shuang from all over the world. Alan was silent for 3 seconds. Are you all right? I'm fine. I don't have many friends in the world. I can only ask you. Baya said with a smile. Okay, I understand. Don't worry. She trusted Alan. It's a pity that I haven't had the chance to treat you to dinner. Don't worry. There's plenty of time. Alan was always like this. He never gave others a burden. There's plenty of time. Baya also said the same 4 words. Asterisk in the past few days, Baya locked herself in the library. She graded all the test papers and asked Zhang Xingyu to send them to Long Shuang. She also wrote all the postcards. Some of the content on the postcards were her mood, some were instructions, some were teasing, and some were her predictions of the future. She wrote down the things that would happen to most people. She tried to make the postcards as real as possible. After she was done, she sent them to Alan. Finally, she wrote a letter to Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua, when you see this letter, I think I'll have gone to see Gu Lingqing. I also have a student that I want to give to you. The person in charge is Du Xinhua. I'll call him. I've signed all the documents. As long as you sign them, the student will be yours. I believe that you'll make good use of the student. There are 2 billion in my Swiss bank account. That's the money from selling the treasure. I prepared it for defeating Sheng Dongqing. The account number and password are all in the confidential files on my computer. The password is 333. Also, the money in my account was given to me by my grandpa. Let's go according to the law. In fact, I should thank you. Thank you for appearing. You filled me with hope for life. And because of you, I avenged Gu Lingqing. I don't want to hate you. I just hope that you can keep your promise and let Xinyan go so that she can reunite with Lu Shuang. In addition, I will go to the deserted island. That is where I feel the happiest. If possible, bury Gu Lingqing next to me. If that's not possible, you can bury me next to Gu Lingqing. Finally, I hope that brother will be a good king who loves the people and takes good care of my mother. Baiya's masterpiece. Baiya put the letter in the express delivery box. Xing Buhua pushed the door open and entered. Baiya turned to look at him. Why are you back so early today? I missed you, Xing Buhua said. Baiya raised the corner of his lips slightly, locking his deep and evil eyes. I think there are others. There are a lot of comments on the internet, hoping that Xinyan will step down. Xinyan is struggling on his deathbed. In fact, the more he struggles, the more he will lose. You want me to call him and ask him to surrender? Baiya asked. This is the best way. It can also answer to Marika. If he is not willing, I want to use your student as the last attack. The sooner I take over, the better this incident will be. Xing Buhua tried to persuade Baiya. Baiya nodded. I'll call him first. Baiya picked up his phone and made a call in front of Xing Buhua. Xinyan picked up the phone. Lu Shuang said that she is safe with her child. Thank you. Baiya felt a little sad. Xinyan, I've already talked to Xing Buhua. After he takes over, he will detain you for a year. After a year, he will set you free. Now that Lu Shuang is safe, you can go to him after a year. Don't struggle anymore. Xing Buhua has already made a move on my people. Do you know about this? He is very shrewd. Do you believe that he will let me go after a year? He won't. He is worried that even if I don't take over, I will support my people to take over, Xinyan said rationally. Baiya did not dare to say that, because she really could not control people's hearts. A year's time was too long. There were many things that could change, just like how she would never have thought that the future president would be Xing Buhua. But it's useless for you to struggle. You have to stop struggling, abdicate, and accept the corresponding legal punishment. Only then will the anger of country be appeased. This is good for our country. I have to be worthy of the sacrifice of those behind me. This might be the reason why Xing Buhua attacked your people. This will only make things worse. The more you sacrifice, the more you will lose, isn't it? You are a rational person. You should be able to distinguish between right and wrong. When there are times, it's not about the gains and losses, but about the spirit. If you do this, Xing Buhua will not let you off. Baiya was anxious. Winner takes all. I have already expected the result if I lose. Xinyan did not care. It was as if she had already considered the worst result. What about Lu Shuang? Do you have the heart to leave her orphaned and widowed? She has been waiting for you. She is a free and easy person. She will forget me in 2 years. Xinyan's tone became gloomy. What if I say that Xing Buhua will let your people go? Will you let them go? At least show your sincerity now. You have to know that if I use my students, you will definitely die. So, you have decided to help Xing Buhua, right? Xinyan's voice became cold. She was not helping Xing Buhua. She had just decided to leave. Xing Buhua was Gu Lingqing's brother. No matter how wrong he was, she could not hurt him. She was worried that Gu Lingqing would blame her. After she died, her students would only marry Xing Buhua. I'm sorry. I also hope to end it. In the long run, It has caused turmoil in the country. Shen Yin was silent. He was struggling on his deathbed. He knew that struggling was useless. If Baya did not do anything, he could still struggle for 2 months and find a turning point in the struggle. However, Baya had left. If he did not want it to end, he would have to end it. I understand. I will hold a press conference tomorrow. I will resign from all the positions of the president and apologize. Is that okay? Shen Yin said helplessly. I'm sorry. Shen Yin did not say anything. He hung up the phone. He used his actions to show that he did not accept her apology. Baya was also helpless. She put away her phone and looked at Xing Buhua. You promised me that you would let him go after you became president for a year. Xiaoya, I know it's hard for you to be stuck in the middle, but you have to make a choice. Otherwise, you will only hurt yourself. Xing Buhua reminded her. It's okay if you hurt me. I want to try my best to protect the people I love. I want to protect Shunyan's heart, just like how I wanted to protect you. I'm a little bored. I want to send a package. Baya took the package. I will ask Zhang Xingyu to go with you. Now that Shunyan's matter has not been resolved, you will be in danger too, Xing Buhua said cautiously. Baya nodded and walked out. Chapter 718. Zhang Xingyu was driving. He didn't know why, but he felt that Baya was too calm, as if there was no life in her. Madam, that Hua Zixing is too much. She's crying on the internet that she's a victim. I didn't expect the Hua family to turn against each other. However, in order to protect Lu Shuang, the president took out an agreement. It stated that he and Hua Zixing were married by agreement, and their engagement would be canceled after 4 years. It was a slap to Hua Zixing's face. Oh, the internet also revealed that Nangong Yu was a man in disguise. That man was Hua Zixing's previous doctor and her first love. They seem to be having an affair. It's more interesting than a novel. The Hua family is finished this time. Hua Zixing and Nangong Yu ran away too. I don't know where they went, Zhang Xingyu said. Baya's expression didn't change. Although she didn't read the news on the internet, the result was similar to what she had expected. Zhang Xingyu, I'll send the package later. Just wait for me outside, Baya said softly. Master asked me to stay by your side and protect you. Who else do you think can threaten me? Shen Yin? He won't. If anything happens to me because of him, Lu Shuang will never forgive him. It's not Shen Yin. It's Shen Yin's people. They might capture you to threaten Sir. Zhang Xingyu corrected. Shen Yin's matter can't be changed by Xing Buhua not targeting him. Isn't Shen Yin courting death by capturing me? It will only make Shen Yin more guilty. Or did Xing Buhua ask you to monitor me and not give me any freedom? Baya said coldly, looking at Zhang Xingyu's face. No, I'll wait for you in the car. Zhang Xingyu compromised. Baya went to the post office. It was the address of her manor, Xing Buhua. Under normal circumstances, the post office would send it out tonight. Even if it was from the city, it would only reach Xing Buhua the next day. After she disappeared, even if Xing Buhua guessed that she went to the deserted island, it would be too late. Death didn't take long. She went out from the back door and took a taxi to the pier. Zhang Xingyu waited outside the door for more than 10 minutes. Seeing that Baya still did not come out, he went in and looked around. He went in and found that Baya was gone. He panicked and called Baya immediately. Seeing that it was Zhang Xingyu, Baya answered, I'm taking a walk. Don't worry. Madam, where are you going? Don't scare me. If something happens to you, Mr. Xing will definitely not let me off. Zhang Xingyu was worried. I'll call Xing Buhua, Baya said and hung up the phone. She called Xing Buhua. What's wrong? Xing Buhua asked softly. I want to walk around alone. Don't let Zhang Xingyu follow me. It's too dangerous to go alone. How about I ask Zhang Xingyu to follow you from afar? Xing Buhua asked. I don't want anyone to follow me. No one can. Don't vent your anger on others. Baya hung up the phone. Xing Buhua had a bad premonition and dialed Zhang Xingyu's number. Where's Madam now? Well, sir, I've lost track of my wife. I don't know where she is right now. Zhang Xingyu apologized. Find Lung Shua immediately. I want to find her in 10 minutes, Xing Buhua said anxiously. Yes. Baya sat in the taxi and closed her eyes to rest. The taxi suddenly slowed down. "What's going on?" the driver asked. Baya opened her eyes and looked ahead. There was a roadblock in front of her. She had a bad feeling. She only thought that Xing Buhua wouldn't be able to catch up with her. She didn't think of a roadblock. If she was pregnant, her IQ would really drop. "Let's stop here," Baya said. She gave the driver 200 yuan, put on her down jacket and hat, got out of the car, and ran to the roadside. She had only run for 100 meters when 5 soldiers stopped in front of her. "Please come with us," one of the soldiers said. "Wait," Baya called Xing Buhua. "I don't even have the right to come out for some fresh air. I told you to let Zhang Xingyu follow you from afar. You should get rid of Zhang Xingyu and leave. What do you want to do by yourself?" Xing Buhua was angry and raised his voice. "What can I do? My passport and identity card are at home. What do you think I can do? Let my men follow you. At least let me ensure your safety." Xing Buhua used a commanding tone. "Let them follow you. Is that okay? That's all. Tell them." Baya hung up. Xing Buhua called their leader. "Follow her closely. Report to me if anything happens." "Yes." Baya looked at the soldiers and replied. She walked to the roadside and hailed a taxi. 2 soldiers got into the car, and the others followed in their cars. The roadblock allowed them to go. Baya went to the pier and was about to board the boat when she was stopped by the soldiers again. Their leader called Xing Buhua to report. After hearing it, Xing Buhua immediately called Baya. "You want to go to the deserted island?" "I want to stay there for a day," Baya said. "Can't I come back tomorrow?" Xing Buhua asked. "There's nothing to eat there. I can't stay for more than a few days. I want to have some peace and quiet there," Baya said in a low voice. "3 days. I'll go with my soldiers and come back in 3 days. Is that okay?" She had lied many times. This time was not a big deal. "Okay." Xing Buhua allowed them to go. Baya finally boarded the boat. She asked the soldiers to turn off their phones and start the autopilot. She slept in her room. The soldiers took turns to guard her door. Asterisk Xing Buhua was working in the study. Zhang Xingyu knocked on the door and entered. "Sir, no matter how I think about it, I still feel that something is wrong." "What's wrong?" Xing Buhua asked without lifting his head. "If Madame wants to go to the deserted island, she could just tell you. You will definitely agree. Why would she go through so much trouble and sneak around?" Zhang Xingyu said. Xing Buhua stopped what he was doing and looked at him. Moreover, after I told her about Shunyan, Madame did not show any expression. It was as if everything had nothing to do with her. I'm a little worried about that feeling. What are you worried about? Actually, to Madame, that deserted island is her and Chief Gu's home. Now that she has sent her best friend away, she even asked me to buy a lot of postcards and sent them all at once. It feels like she has done everything she wanted to do. She is relieved. She feels relieved and leaves. Xing Buhua's eyes narrowed. You're saying that she wants to commit suicide? After Madame found out about Chief Gu's death, she wanted to commit suicide. But when you appeared, she thought that you were Chief Gu and stopped her plan. Now that she is sure that Chief Gu is dead, she doesn't want to live anymore, Zhang Xingyu explained. Chapter 719. She didn't cry or make a fuss these days. She was very calm and did her own things quietly. She was no different from her usual self. He thought that she had let it go. He immediately called his men. His men had already switched off their phones. The signal transmitter on the island needs to be turned on for there to be a signal. If it's not turned on, there won't be any signal, Zhang Xingyu reminded. Arrange for a speedboat to go to the island immediately, Xing Buhua said anxiously. Although the ship was sailing on autopilot, Bai still sped up to avoid any accidents. She adjusted the settings in her brain and closed her eyes to rest on the bed. Actually, she couldn't sleep at all. She was going to sleep soon, and there was no need for her to sleep. But what could she do if she was awake? So, she should just continue sleeping. Time passed by, and in the middle of the night, the cruise docked. Bai put a knife in her pocket and came out of the room. The sea breeze was a little cold. She shrank her neck. Madam, please wait for a moment, the soldier said. After confirming that it was safe, he let Bai get down from the bed. Bai returned to her and Gu Lingqing's little nest. The heater was not turned on in the room. She opened the cabinet, and the bedding was a little damp. But when she came back here, her heart warmed and she felt more at peace. She smiled slightly. She opened the door, and the soldiers stood outside. There are a few rooms here. You can choose one to sleep in. The bedding is a little damp. Before you sleep, use the electric blanket to warm it up. The electric blanket and bedding are in the cabinet, Baya said gently. Baya shook her head. I'm not hungry. You can go and eat. I'm sorry for making you suffer. Baya nodded and closed the door. She looked around the room. The last time she came here to bury the fake Gu Lingqing, she had already kept all of Gu Lingqing's things. She took the collection box at the bottom of the cabinet and opened it. There was a pistol inside. It belonged to Gu Lingqing, and there were 5 bullets in it. She took it out and put it on the bed. There were also towels, toothpaste, toothbrush, and cups that Gu Lingqing had used. She didn't throw them away, thinking that they would come back here one day. He had finally returned, but this was the result. In the collection box, there were small things like headphones, USB flash drives, unfinished chewing gum, bowls made of coconut shells by Gu Lingqing, and small handicrafts made of bamboo. It was really a slow memory. She looked through them one by one, and when she was done, she took them to the roof and burned them all. She didn't know what others would do with these things after she died. At the very least, they would burn them. Perhaps after she died, she could continue to keep them and cherish them. It took an entire hour to burn all of these. The sound of a motor rang in his ears. Baya frowned, stood up, and looked at the sky. If there was no light in the sky, then it was not a plane. On the surface of the sea, there was a faint light that seemed to be a speedboat. The speedboat was getting closer and closer. The person on the boat seemed to be Xing Buhua. Baya hurried back to her room. Stop her! Stop her! Xing Buhua shouted anxiously. Baya entered the room. Without thinking, she picked up the pistol, pointed it at her temple, and pressed the trigger without hesitation. Clack! Baya was surprised that it was a blank bullet. The door was pushed open. She subconsciously aimed at the door. A few soldiers rushed in. Don't come over, Baya said sternly. The soldiers looked at each other and didn't dare to step forward. Xiaoya don't. Xing Buhua looked at the door in panic. His eyes were bloodshot and his hair was messy. He stared at the gun in Baya's hand. She was really here to commit suicide. He wasn't calm like before. He didn't care that Baya's gun was pointed at him. Why would Baya shoot at him? It seemed that he couldn't stop her at all, so she pointed the gun at her own head. Xing Buhua immediately stopped in his tracks. He wasn't calm. Why did you do this? You still have a baby in your belly. Xiaoyan is still waiting for you to take care of him. Didn't Song Shiyu treat you well? Didn't I treat you well? Aren't you worried that I'll go back on my words after a year and not let Shinian go? I don't have that much power to decide other people's lives. I step back. I've tried my best. You tried your best to end your illness? Are you worthy of the dead Gu Lingqing? He risked his life to save your life several times. So I'm going to pay him back. Xing Buhua, don't stop me. You can't stop me. Do you believe that I'll throw your body into the sea after you die? Xing Buhua threatened. That's also my life. My life. Baya said with tears in her eyes. She pressed the trigger. Xing Buhua shouted anxiously. Gu Lingqing isn't dead at all. What's the use of your death? Click. Another dud. Baya was stunned. Xing Buhua was also stunned. She looked at him slowly. Are you telling the truth or lying to me? He wanted to lie to her. Gu Lingqing wasn't dead, but he was no different from being dead. He was worried that if he told her that Gu Lingqing wasn't dead, she would go to Gu Lingqing's place and leave after Gu Lingqing died. He had no chance at all. But now it seemed that whether Gu Lingqing was dead or alive, he had no chance, even if he had the same face as Gu Lingqing. But he still hoped that she was alive, just like how he always hoped that Gu Lingqing was alive. It's true. He's not dead. You're lying to me. Baya didn't believe him. She looked at the clip on her phone and rotated it to make sure that the next round wouldn't be a blank. I'll take you to see her now. If what I said is false, it's not too late for you to die. Anyway, if you want to die, I can't save you no matter what, right? Xing Buhua said anxiously. His eyes were fixed on Baya's phone. Baya looked at him suspiciously. The bullet went through the back of his head. I saw it with my own eyes. How could he not be dead? If he's not dead, why doesn't he come out to see me? He has been unconscious. When I brought him out of the coal market, he was still unconscious. I have more than 10 doctors in the base who take care of him every day. If you don't believe me, you can turn on the signal. I'll ask them to send a video to you, Xingbu said. Baya believed him, or rather, she wanted to believe him. The signal transmitter is on the roof. Just turn it on. Xingbu's men immediately went to turn it on. There was signal on Xingbu's phone. He turned on Vife and sent a video invitation. Chief, please give me your instructions. The other party seemed to be still asleep. He got up in a daze and answered the call. Go to Gu Lingxing's ward now. I want to see his condition, Xingbu ordered. He's still unconscious, the doctor said as he walked. After a while, he entered the room and pointed the camera at Gu Lingxing, who was lying on the bed. Hello, everyone. I'm Qin Tangdang. You can follow me on WeChat. Chapter 720. Baya looked at the Gu Lingxing on the screen in Xingbu's hand. Her hands were trembling. She took the phone from Xingbu and stared at Gu Lingxing, who was lying on the bed. He was much thinner than before, as if there was no flesh on his face. His chin was very sharp, and he was sleeping quietly. Xingbu's doctor had indeed taken good care of him. The beard on Gu Lingxing's face had been shaved clean, and he looked very neat and clean. As she looked at him, her eyes turned red, but she still couldn't bear to look away. Why didn't you tell me earlier? His condition is fluctuating. I was afraid that if I told you, what would you do if he died? Xingbu said in a low voice, looking at Baya's side profile with infatuation. This girl had entered his dream a long time ago, but he had never had her. It was as if he had lost her. Fulfilling her wish was perhaps the only thing he could do at the moment. I'll bring you to see him now. You can take a rest on the boat. Okay, Baya replied, still staring at the screen. Xingbu took the phone and hung up. Baya looked at him, then at his phone. I want to see him again. You'll be able to see the real him soon, Xingbu said in a hoarse voice. His voice sounded a little strange as he walked forward. He chose to fulfill her wish, but his heart still felt like it was being cut by a knife. It hurt so much that even breathing was painful. When she smiled at him previously, he thought that he could take her place and take care of her. She smiled, but she just wanted to leave. He won the world, but he lost to her on the boat. Baya was agitated and excited. She hadn't slept for a day and night, but she still didn't want to sleep. She stared at Xingbu and asked, How is he now? Did the doctor say that he will wake up? Will he be cured? I saw the bullet go through the back of his head. The location where the bullet entered was a coincidence. It didn't cause any intracranial hemorrhage, but there might be some injuries. Currently, a CT scan shows that it's slowly recovering. Xingbu comforted him. Baya was like a curious baby. So, it will be fine, right? He had told her before that his condition was unstable, but she seemed to have forgotten about it. Her eyes were wide open, looking at him with hope. He didn't have the heart to give her another blow. There were a few cases of people being shot through the head overseas, but they were all saved. They are still alive and well, right? I saw on the news that there was a girl who was shot in the head when she was young. After she fainted, she woke up and thought that she was fine. It was not until she was 60 years old that she felt a headache. She went to the hospital and found that there was a bullet in her head. After it was taken out, she was still alive. Baya was full of hope. My hands are clasped in prayer. She had changed from her previous cold and indifferent demeanor. Now, her entire person had become lively, and her eyes were sparkling like stars. Looking at the current Baya, Xingbu realized that without Gu Lingxing, no matter how good Baya was, she was just a walking corpse without emotions. The current Baya was the most real. There was a special forces soldier who was shot several times in his body and head. He was brain dead, but was saved by a research team. He is still alive and well now, Xingbu said. Which research team is so good? Does it really exist? Baya asked curiously. Xingbu nodded. It exists, but that team is very elusive. It's hard for ordinary people to get in touch with them. Some people even said that it was the president who ordered the special forces soldier to be saved because he knew the secret. However, I looked for the president, and he said that it wasn't the case. I used all kinds of connections. I only found out that the Special Forces soldier's name is L.V. Bowie. What? L.V. Bowie? It's him? Bayo was shocked. You know him? This time, it was Xing Buhua's turn to be surprised. He was the one who gave me the biochemical weapon. He said that his team had risked their lives to get the weapon, but they were betrayed by their superiors. He had to go through a lot of trouble to escape. Did he say that he was brain dead? Xing Buhua asked. Bayo recalled. He only told me that he got the biochemical weapon, but someone in the research team didn't die. Someone took the information. He was worried that a biochemical crisis would happen in the future, so he asked me to research the antidote. He said that he wanted to find out the truth because his brothers and family were all dead. We have to find L.V. Bowie first and confirm if he was saved by the mysterious research team. If he was, Lingqing can be cured if we find the mysterious research team. Can you find L.V. Bowie? I think he should be in America. I'll go to America to look for him. Maybe I can find him, Bayo said. That's good. Rest well and sleep for a while. Otherwise, when you reach Lingqing, you'll be exhausted first. Take care of Gu Lingqing like this, Xing Buhua said, feeling sorry for her. Thank you, big brother. Xing Buhua smiled bitterly. He didn't want to be her big brother, but her husband. Now, he could only try his best to ensure that both of them were alive. Bayo went back to her room. She wanted to maintain her energy so that she could take care of Gu Lingqing, so she forced herself to sleep. She woke up as soon as the ship docked. She immediately put on a down jacket and came out of her room. Xing Buhua saw Bayo. Put on your clothes. Be careful not to catch a cold. Okay. Bayo put on her clothes and chewed on a piece of gum. She looked at him eagerly. Follow me, Xing Buhua said. They walked to the dock. There were 3 black cars in front of them. The windows were all black. Xing Buhua got in the car in the middle. Bayo followed him and sat in the back seat. You can drive now, Xing Buhua ordered. He closed his eyes and pretended to sleep. The car started. Bayo was anxious. She asked Xing Buhua, how long until we get there? More than an hour. Let's rest for a while more, Xing Buhua said. More than an hour. Bayo was a little disappointed. Oh, by the way, please help me put up a missing person notice. I want to find L.V. Bowie. Many people are looking for L.V. Bowie. Their purpose is the biochemical weapon in his hands. If others know that you are related to this matter, I'm afraid you will be killed again. You can't look for him openly, Xing Buhua reminded her immediately. I know. Help me put up a missing person notice. They want him in a land in the United States. Just write it. Do you still remember the meeting in the attic? Bayo is looking for him. Contact him quickly. Then put up my photo. In this way, no one will know that I'm looking for L.V. Bowie. Only L.V. Bowie will know. Okay, I'll ask someone to put it up tomorrow. Thank you, Bayo said sincerely. Xing Buhua twitched the corner of his mouth. I saved my brother. If I want to thank you, I should be the one thanking you. Later, I thought about it. I won't thank you. We are a family. Chapter 721. She was looking forward to meeting Gu Lingqing again. She was nervous, excited, and faintly a little sour. But as long as she knew that he was still alive, it was enough for her to be happy. She slowly counted the time. A minute was like a year. Are we almost there? Are we almost there? Are we almost there? She asked for a total of 12 times, and the car finally stopped on the empty grass. Bayo looked in front and then looked back. She asked in confusion, why did we stop? Suddenly, the grass slowly dropped, and it dropped by 6 or 7 meters. The car was driving forward. We have entered the base. We will be there in about 3 minutes, Xing Buhua explained. Bayo nervously took a deep breath and looked forward. Xing Buhua looked at her slowly, infatuated and affectionate. Maybe she really didn't belong to him. The car stopped. Bayo couldn't wait to get out of the car and looked forward anxiously. Go in, Xing Buhua said in a low voice. Bayo hurriedly ran forward and pushed the door open. It was a long corridor. In the distance, there seemed to be a person who looked like a doctor standing there. Bayo quickly ran forward. The doctor opened the door. Bayo walked in and saw Gu Lingqing lying on the hospital bed at a glance. The machine showed his heart beating. Baya smiled, but she was afraid that all this was not real, so she stopped smiling. Step by step, she walked over slowly, as if she was afraid that she would disturb the dream and disappear. Finally, she walked to the window and looked at the man on the bed with infatuation. She didn't say anything, but her tears rolled down first. It was really Gu Lingqing. Baya cried tears of joy. She knelt on the ground, held Gu Lingqing's cold hand, and put on her face. It was his wide palm, and there were calluses left by long-term training. She was so excited that she couldn't say a word. She closed her eyes and kissed Gu Lingqing's hand. When Master Gufa said that the end was the beginning, she finally understood what he meant. Lingqing. When she opened her mouth, she realized that her voice was extremely hoarse. I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm sorry. Gu Lingqing lay motionless on the bed. She didn't respond or speak, but she knew that he would be able to hear her voice. She leaned against his chest and listened to his heartbeat. It was the best sound she had ever heard. Xing Buhua stood at the door with tears in his eyes. He looked at the two people in front of him for a while. The two of them seemed to be immersed in their own world, not caring about what was happening around them. His presence here seemed to be unnecessary. Xing Buhua said to the person beside him, "Arrange a comfortable bed for her in the ward. She will take care of Gu Lingqing from now on. We must find a way to save Gu Lingqing." After finishing his words, Xing Buhua did not go in. He turned around and walked out of the door. His eyes were getting darker and darker. Perhaps he was destined to be alone. Baya calmed herself down. She was unwilling to leave. She wiped away her tears and held Gu Lingqing's hand. "Lingqing, let me tell you, Sheng Dongsheng is dead now. Zhuqiuni is also dead. Your brother is going to be the new president. From now on, no one will hurt us. We can live freely, and we don't have to hide away from home." Baya said. Gu Lingqing lay there quietly. Her eyes turned red again. She shouldn't cry. At least he was still alive, which was a miracle to her. Baya raised a gentle smile again. "It's okay. No matter where you are, I will be with you. When you are on the bed, I will be by your side. When you get up, I will accompany you everywhere. When you fall, I will fall with you. Do you remember when we first met? You told me that you would protect me. I can't protect you, but I can protect you." Baya said with tears in her eyes. Many memories came to her mind. She was tied up, and he came to save her and send her home. She was caught by Su Jiran, and he drove a car to take her away. She was caught by Gu Tianheng, and one of her fingers was cut off. He also cut off his own finger to accompany her. Both of them were in danger. He saved her, but something happened to him. All of this had happened many years ago, but it was still vivid in her mind. Baya took a breath and tried to calm herself down so that he would not worry. She said in a light tone, "Do you still remember the lake and the manor? We used to fish there. When you were not around, I often fished there and caught a lot of fish." Speaking of this, she thought of Ning, Lung Shuo, and their betrayal. Her mood became gloomy again. It was as if she had found someone to talk to. Her expression was no longer indifferent. She was very sad and aggrieved. She did not want to pretend these emotions in front of him. She lay on Gu Lingqing's body and sobbed. She wanted to use all her strength to call Gu Lingqing hysterically. However, he was shot in the back of his head. How could he get up with his willpower? Gu Lingqing would feel bad if he could not get up. She lay on his chest, tears streaming down her face, and said softly, "It's okay. You were too tired in the past. It's good to rest now. It's okay. I will stay with you." However, if she cried, he would also know that her so-called "it's okay" was fake. She wanted to laugh. She laughed and looked at Gu Lingqing, who did not move at all, and cried again. She cried and laughed like a deranged lunatic. She was happy and sad at the same time. She still had a lot of things to say to him. However, she could not control her emotions now. Her mind was also very messy. She cried and cried. She was too tired, and her head was very heavy. She lay on Gu Lingqing's body and fell into a deep sleep. The doctor came in and saw that Baya had fallen asleep. He reported to Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua walked in. The doctor also put a bed next to the ward. He gently carried Baya and put her on the bed. He covered her with a quilt and looked at her deeply for a while. He made up his mind. He told the doctor, "She is pregnant. Buy some relevant equipment and give her better food. I will be leaving in a while. Report to me if anything happens." "Yes, Mr. Xing." Bayo woke up. She opened her eyes and looked at the white ceiling. The first person that came to her mind was Gu Lingqing. She sat up suddenly, worried that she had a dream. Seeing that Gu Lingqing was still lying on the bed, she breathed a sigh of relief. She looked at the time on her phone. It was 5 in the morning. She had slept for a long time. Her mood was much more stable than before. She got up and went to Gu Lingqing's side. The doctor came in and prepared to give Gu Lingqing glucose, amino acid, and protein drugs. Baya glanced at their drugs and asked, "Do you have a kitchen here?" "Hello, everyone. I'm Qin Tang Tang. You can follow me on WeChat." Chapter 722. "Yes, it's in the innermost room," the doctor replied. Baya walked out and went into the kitchen. Someone was making breakfast in the kitchen. She grabbed some rice and put it in the pot. Then she added a lot of water. "We prepared your breakfast," the doctor said to Baya. "But you didn't prepare my husband's," Baya said with certainty. "Mr. Gu has glucose, amino acids, and protein every day. He has enough nutrition," the doctor explained. "His brain is injured, but his other organs function well. If he doesn't eat for a long time, his normal organ functions will atrophy," Baya said. She chopped the vegetables and carrots and put them in the pot. "Let me remind you that if he eats, he will have bowel movements," the doctor said. "I know. I'll do it. He's my husband. I'll take good care of him. Plus, I used to be a doctor." "Don't worry," Baya said firmly. The doctor didn't dare to refute her. He secretly went out and reported to Xing Buhua. "Let her do what she wants to do. You just need to cooperate," Xing Buhua ordered in a low voice. Baya was done cooking. Gu Lingqing hadn't eaten for a long time. He couldn't eat rice for the time being. He could only eat liquid food. He couldn't eat too much liquid food. Otherwise, his intestines wouldn't be able to adapt. She only fed Gu Lingqing a few spoonfuls. He didn't know how to swallow. She held his face and blew on him with her mouth to his mouth. His lips were cold too. After she blew on him, he only had a little warmth. Baya brought in hot water. She untied his clothes and helped him wash. She also cut his nails. When everything was done, it was already 8 o'clock in the morning. She also ate breakfast. During breakfast, she asked one of the doctors, "Do you have books here?" "Yes, we have a special library here. Mr. Xing was afraid that we would be bored, so he specially made it. We can also surf the internet in the library," the doctor replied. "Oh, by the way, can my husband wash his hair now?" Baya asked. "Yes," the doctor said. He smiled and said, "Now that you're here, we feel a lot less work. I hope you can cure my husband," Baya blurted out. The atmosphere suddenly darkened, and Baya's eyes dimmed. Gu Lingqing was shot through the back of his head. It was already good enough that he could stay alive. She was forcing him. Now, she could only hope to find L.V. Bowie. After breakfast, Baya went to the library and chose a sci-fi novel. In this novel, humans could live for hundreds of thousands of years through hibernation. If there really was such a technology, she also wanted to sleep with Gu Lingqing and then wake up when the technology was developed in the future to cure Gu Lingqing. She didn't care about the times changing, and she didn't care how many years she had to wait. She only cared that she could be with him. That way, she could be like the great Master Guillermo said, smiling and watching the flowers fall. In the afternoon, she washed Gu Lingqing's hair. As the days passed, she wondered how things were going outside. There was no news of L.V. Bowie. Gu Lingqing could eat a little rice. She didn't want Gu Lingqing's organs and muscles to atrophy. Every day, she and the staff would carry Gu Lingqing and help him walk for an hour. Her baby was born. It was a son. Gu Lingqing still hadn't woken up. She didn't go out of the base. Usually, she would hold the baby, talk to him, talk to Gu Lingqing, cook, and read to the baby and Gu Lingqing. There were many doctors helping her take care of the baby. She liked to cook. After getting familiar with the doctors, she even cooked for them. Today, the baby didn't know why he kept crying. It made Baya feel uncomfortable, and she couldn't comfort him no matter how hard she tried. "Sister Baya, Why don't you take Xiao Bao for a walk? Maybe it's too boring here, a doctor suggested. Baya thought for a while. It shouldn't be a problem for her to go out for a while. Okay, I'll just go out for an hour. I'll stay on the lawn outside. I won't go far, Baya said to the doctor. A doctor went to consult Xing Buhua. Xing Buhua agreed. They arranged for a car to send Baya to the ground. Once on the ground, Xiao Bao was attracted by the colorful world outside. He stopped crying, opened his eyes wide, and looked around. Baya put him on the ground. He was already 7 months old. He could sit and crawl, and he pulled the grass on the ground by himself. Baya was also afraid that he would catch a cold, so she let him play for 3 minutes before picking him up. The little guy was addicted to playing. He mumbled and wanted handed over. Baya took off her down jacket, spread it on the ground, and put Xiao Bao's baby on her down jacket. Xiao Bao continued to pull the grass on the ground. It was just a simple action, but he was having so much fun. Baya looked at the sky. The sky was especially blue today. The wind was blowing, and it was a little cold. She should have brought clothes over. She was about to call the doctor, but the doctor called first. Madam, Mr. Gu has woken up, the doctor reported happily. Baya was stunned for a moment. She was so excited that her voice was trembling. Really? Yes. I'll send a car to pick you up now, the doctor said and hung up. Baya revealed an excited smile. She was speechless. She picked up the baby from the ground. Xiao Bao, daddy is awake. Your daddy is awake. The baby seemed to be infected by Baya's happiness. He waved his hands up and down and kicked his legs happily. Wow, Xiao Bao's daddy is awake. Wow, isn't it great? Baya said as she lifted Xiao Bao up high. Xiao Bao giggled. The car arrived in a short while. Baya wanted to get in the car. Xiao Bao was unhappy again. Yes. Point outside. Xiao Bao, be good. Daddy is awake. In the future, we can go everywhere to play. Just bear with it for a while, Baya said happily. It was unknown if the baby understood. He pursed his lips and looked at Baya with his eyes wide open. Baya almost sprinted to the ward. A bunch of doctors surrounded the bed to examine Gu Lingqing. Baya walked in with the baby in her arms. Gu Lingqing also saw Baya. He raised the corner of his mouth and said with difficulty, "Yeah." Baya carried the baby and walked to Gu Lingqing's side. She cried tears of joy. Gu Lingqing, you're finally awake. He. She was really happy. It was like a dream. Gu Lingqing's gaze slowly fell on Xiao Bao's baby. This is our baby. You've been unconscious for a long time. He's already so big. I wanted to name him after you woke up. We haven't named him yet, Baya explained. Gu Lingqing's gaze fell on Baya's face again. He reached out his hand. Baya squatted down with the baby in her arms. He touched her face. She also felt that his palm finally had warmth. Chapter 723. Gu Lingqing sent a word. Gu Lingqing furrowed his brows. He was very anxious. Baya didn't understand what he said. She looked at him and studied his eyes. She also saw his anxiety and pain. She explained, many people who have been in a coma for too long will have their language skills deteriorate. What's more, they won't be able to recognize their family and will have a blank memory. Don't worry, let's take it slow. After hearing what Baya said, Gu Lingqing's expression softened. He looked at her deeply. The doctors gave him a look. They wanted Baya and Gu Lingqing to have a good chat, so they hugged Xiao Bao's baby. You guys talked for a while. All the doctors left the room. Baya shook the bed and put a pillow behind Gu Lingqing. She remembered when they first met. He was hit by a clothes rack because he saved her, and she put the pillow for him like this. Don't worry. You've been in a coma for 1.5 years, so your legs and hands won't be very nimble. I'll accompany you to do fitness exercises. You'll be fine soon, Baya said with a smile and held his hand. I'm really happy that you can wake up. When you were in a coma, I talked to you every day. Could you hear me? Baya asked. I wrote too. Sigh. He still couldn't speak clearly. He sighed and shook his head. Baya smiled. We're not in a hurry. Are you hungry now? Bao has been crying in the morning, so I brought Bao outside. There's a big field outside. It's winter now, but the grass here is still green. Bao Bao is lying on the ground and picking the grass. This is his first time out. He seems to like pulling grass. She didn't like to talk before, but now that Gu Lingqing had woken up, she had a lot to say to him. Gu Lingqing nodded. Does nodding mean you're hungry? Bai stood up. Gu Lingqing held her hand and pulled her to his side. He lowered his head and kissed her lips. Bai smiled. This was her Gu Lingqing. She was strong and domineering, but she also brought sunshine and sweetness to people's hearts. Gu Lingqing seemed to have thought of something and let go of her. Bai kissed him on the lips. I'll brush your teeth every day. We have 2 sons now. Including Xiao Xian, we have 3. When you get better, we'll have a daughter, okay? Ayo. Gu Lingqing made a sound. He guessed that he had said the word good. Take a break first. I read the book on the bedside table to you every day. You can read for a while. If you're tired, you can take a break. I'll go cook first. By the way, they might give you a full body checkup or something. Gu Lingqing could only nod again. Bai got up and went out in a good mood. The doctor stood outside with the baby in his arms. Everyone was happy for Bai. Please take care of the baby for a while. I'll go cook, Bai said and went to the kitchen. She wanted to cook the first meal that Gu Lingqing ate after he woke up. Although she had been feeding Gu Lingqing juice made from various ingredients, he had just recovered from a serious illness, so he could only eat light food. She cooked noodles. The noodles were very soft, but she added chopped carrots, chopped vegetables, chopped black fungus, and chopped prawns into mincemeat. She also prepared fried noodles with meat sauce for the doctors. When she was ready and went to find Gu Lingqing with the noodles, Gu Lingqing was not in the ward. Where's Gu Lingqing? Bai asked the doctor. He went for a checkup. He went when you went to the kitchen to cook. You should be back soon. Okay. Bai also wanted to ask the attending doctor about the specific situation. Was Gu Lingqing fully recovered? Was there no need to find a mysterious R&D team? It seemed difficult to find them. She put the bowl on the bedside table and went out to find the doctor. They were still examining Gu Lingqing. She didn't know why, but she felt depressed and worried. It had been so long. After waiting for 10 minutes, the door was opened. Bai saw Gu Lingqing get up from the bed. Because his legs were not convenient, he was temporarily sitting in a wheelchair. She went in and pushed Gu Lingqing out. From the corner of her eyes, she saw that the doctors looked serious and were still studying the list. She didn't want Gu Lingqing to hear it, so she pushed him out first and said, I made rotten noodles for you today. It may be a little hard this week. You can't eat good food. After a week, you can slowly add meat. Gu Lingqing held her hand. Bai stopped walking. Sigh. As soon as he said it, it was not what he wanted to express. It's okay. Let's eat first. After eating, I can write for you. It's not a big deal. We can learn sign language together. Bai comforted him. Gu Lingqing sighed again. Bai pushed Gu Lingqing into the ward. The doctor was playing with Xiao Bao Bao in the ward. Xiao Bao Bao was sitting on Bai's bed, drinking milk from a bottle. When he saw Bai coming over, he stretched out his hands and asked Bai to carry him. Bai carried Xiao Bao Bao to Gu Lingqing and said to Xiao Bao Bao, say daddy, daddy, daddy. 88888. Xiao Bao 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 babbled, showing 2 small front teeth, which was very cute. Gu Lingqing also showed a smile. It was a very faint smile, but the corner of his mouth was pulled up. Bai looked at Gu Lingqing and smiled. This was her Gu Lingqing. Even a smile was rare, so when she smiled, it was especially beautiful. Baby, go to the bed and play for a while. Mummy will feed Daddy, and I will accompany you to sleep after eating, Bai said and put the baby on the bed. The doctor immediately went to coax him. Gu Lingqing pulled the tire to the bedside table. Bai knew that he did not want to trouble her. She held his hand. There's no hurry. Today is your first day awake. There's always a process. After eating, I'll sleep with baby for a while. When I wake up, I'll accompany you to do your health exercises. We'll take it slow. Gu Lingqing looked at Bai. The feeling of wanting to speak, but not being able to do so was very uncomfortable. It made him feel inexplicably frustrated. Bai read the anxiety in his eyes. She picked up the bowl and said with a smile, We've been through a lot. Now we're all alive and well. That's enough. Compared with death, everything is insignificant. In fact, even if you lie in bed in a coma every day, you won't be able to help me. In fact, even if you lie in bed unconscious every day, I will be very satisfied. I will live a very stable and fulfilling life by your side every day. Gu Lingqing, do you understand what I'm saying? Gu Lingqing looked at her deeply and remained silent. Bai smiled. Look at how good we are now. I have you, you have me, and we have the baby. Gu Lingqing nodded. He was much calmer than before. However, his eyes contained too many words. Without saying a word, he could completely suck her in. When Bai was feeding, Xing Buhua appeared. When Gu Lingqing saw him, he was slightly shocked. He was puzzled and frowned. Chapter 724. Gu Lingqing looked at Baiya in surprise. Also broken, he still couldn't speak clearly. Baiya guessed what he wanted to ask and replied, Yes, your father expected that something bad might happen to him. On the day your mother gave birth to you, he asked his friend to take away your twin brother. Now that Sheng Dongxing and Zhuo Chuani are dead, Baiya looked at Xing Buhua. Hua, I became the president. I fulfilled our father's wish. You can put down the burden on your shoulders and be with your wife, brother. Xing Buhua continued Baiya's words. Gu Lingqing looked at Xing Buhua deeply. Gu Lingqing and Xing Buhua were now together. Baiya could tell the difference at a glance. Gu Lingqing's eyes were deeper. His temperament was cold and reserved. Xing Buhua was unfathomable. He was more unrestrained and liked to laugh. He looked ethereal. He was sometimes near and sometimes far away. It was hard to understand. Have you been in power for a year? Baiya asked subconsciously. Xing Buhua knew that the reason why she asked this was about Shunian. He shook his head. It's only been half a year. I might marry the daughter of the Xiang family in Country M. What do you think? No matter how I look at it, I can't change your mind. You should have made up your mind long ago. It's up to you. Some people's power is everything. Some people's love is everything. Some people's family is everything. Some people just want to live a simple and happy life. Some people want to live a grand life. Even if they die, they want to die a grand life. Baiya understood. Xing Buhua was a man of his own ideas. He would not change his mind just because of what others thought. Moreover, once he had made up his mind, even if it was wrong, he would continue to follow it without hesitation. Yes, I plan to get married in May. Can you attend? Xing Buhua asked thoughtfully. That depends on you. Are you going to use the identity of Xing Buhua or continue to bear the double identity of Gu Lingqing? Baiya asked. Xing Buhua. I've always been Xing Buhua. Now that Lingqing is awake, I don't have to lie to Mom anymore, Xing Buhua said with certainty. What he hated the most was being someone else's substitute. We'll see. I actually don't want to appear in the officialdom anymore. I just want to live a peaceful and happy life. In the future, you'll be fighting alone, Baiya said in a low voice. Can you and Lingqing help me? We are a family, brothers of one heart. From his eyes and tone, Baiya could tell that he hadn't been living a good life recently. Otherwise, he wouldn't have married the daughter of the Xiang family for power. She didn't reject him directly. After all, it was Xing Buhua who had been saving Gu Lingqing. We'll talk about this after Lingqing recovers. Have you eaten? Baiya changed the topic and asked. No, I heard that Lingqing woke up, so I came here directly, Xing Buhua said. Wait a minute. After I feed Lingqing, I'll go to the kitchen and make a bowl of noodles for you. It'll be done in 15 minutes, Baiya said. Let me feed him. Xing Buhua forcefully grabbed the bowl from Baiya's hand. Baiya paused. No matter what, Xing Buhua treated Gu Lingqing well. She turned and went to the kitchen to cook for Xing Buhua. She also wanted to ask the doctor about Gu Lingqing. She went to the kitchen to cook for Xing Buhua. She also wanted to ask the doctor about Gu Lingqing. What's wrong with Gu Lingqing? Baiya asked directly. Her tone was a little serious. His basic abilities are fine. Everything is normal. The problem is still in his head. When the bullet passed through, it might have hurt the central speech nerve. In short, he can understand other people's words, but he can't organize his own language, the doctor reported. Are there any other problems? Not yet, the doctor said worriedly. Baiya turned on the gas and boiled water. She was calmer than the doctor had imagined. He just can't speak. There are many ways to express himself, such as writing or using sign language. He knows a lot of sign language, but because he has just recovered, his fingers are not flexible and his central nervous system is injured. Can he be cured? I can't do anything, but LV Bowie was brain dead at that time. He was shot many times, but he was cured. I think that mysterious organization should be able to cure him, the doctor said. At least there's still hope. Let's do other health treatments first. Don't let Gu Lingqing know about this for the time being. By the way, does Xing Buhua know about this? Baya asked. He knows about this. I reported it to him as soon as he arrived. Then why does she want us to help him? Baya was puzzled. To be exact, she wants you to help him. Now the situation outside has changed dramatically. Many powerful people are popping up like mushrooms after the rain. It's hard to guard against them, but we can't punish them openly, the doctor sighed. Baya had already guessed it. Xing Buhua just came to power. His foundation is not stable. Even Shun Yan, who inherited Shun Ao's position and had such a good foundation, used almost 3 years to stabilize the political situation. But he still lost to Xing Buhua. There are always talented people in every generation. Since ancient times, a new prime minister will replace the old one. Can't you help Mr. Xing? After all, he's Mr. Gu's twin brother. Everything here was specially built for Mr. Gu, the doctor asked. I don't want to get involved in politics anymore. You can call me selfish or self-deprecating. I know I want to live. Besides, I gave him one. 2 billion. The expenses here should be less than 2 billion. So, I have a clear conscience. The doctor was speechless. I understand. We will try our best, the doctor promised. Thank you. Baya continued to make lunch for Xing Buhua. In the ward. Gu Lingqing was not used to people feeding him, so he stopped eating. Xing Buhua looked at Gu Lingqing with a smile. You're very thin, much thinner than me. Gu Lingqing closed his eyes, which was considered an answer to his question. Xing Buhua's smile became even brighter. I'm really different from you. Don't you know that I'm your brother? Gu Lingqing nodded. Xing Buhua was speechless. He could only laugh. After laughing, he took a deep breath and his expression became more serious. Before, because of you, I often dreamed of Baya. At that time, Baya and I didn't know each other yet, but she appeared in my dreams. Later, I went to investigate and found that many of the scenes in my dreams were real things that happened between you two. When you were unconscious, you dreamed of me and Baya. When you were unconscious, you dreamed of me and Baya. Xing Buhua asked doubtfully. Gu Lingqing looked at Xing Buhua sharply. He was deep in thought. His eyes were dark. Xing Buhua was a little nervous. At that time, he wanted something to happen between him and Baya. Gu Lingqing nodded. You really dreamed of her? Xing Buhua was surprised. Chapter 725. Xing Buhua felt a little awkward as he explained. I thought that you were dead for sure. You went into shock a few times, and I was worried that she would choose death along with you. So I pretended to be you for a period of time. But don't worry, we didn't do anything like that. Gu Lingqing's expression did not change much. Xing Buhua laughed and patted Gu Lingqing's shoulder. I didn't know you were so cool. Gu Lingqing said nothing. 88888, the baby suddenly shouted. Gu Lingqing looked at the baby. Xiao Bao's teeth were itching. He bit the bottom of the milk bottle. When he saw Gu Lingqing looking at him, he quickly waved his hands up and down and said loudly, 888888. The little guy is so cute. Can I hold him? Xing Buhua said. Without Gu Lingqing's consent, he carried Xiao Bao out. After Xiao Bao was carried out, he felt much more at ease. He widened his eyes and looked at Xing Buhua, then at Gu Lingqing, and then at Xing Buhua. Finally, he scratched Xing Buhua's face. Xing Buhua dodged and laughed. What a great boxer. He'll definitely be a martial arts champion in the future. Xiao Bao scratched Xing Buhua's face again, as if trying to grab something. Xing Buhua dodged again. He held Xiao Bao's chubby hand and kissed it several times. It was amazing. When this child was in his mother's womb, he still wanted to raise him as his own son. In the blink of an eye, he had grown so big. Baya stepped into the ward and saw Xing Buhua carrying Xiao Bao Bao's baby. She smiled and said, "Brother, the noodles are ready. It's on the dining table in the kitchen." Okay. I'll go eat now," Xing Buhua said with a smile. Baya came over to carry Xiao Bao Bao. Xiao Bao Bao's mother usually took care of him. When he saw Baya coming over, he stretched out his little hands to be carried by his mother. Baya took the child and placed him on the bed. Xing Buhua went to the kitchen to eat. Baya glanced at the noodles on the bedside table. She knew that Gu Lingqing would not allow Xing Buhua to feed him. "I'll heat it up for you." Baya picked up the bowl. Gu Lingqing holds her wrist and looks at her deeply. Baya looked into his eyes. She didn't know why, but she saw a trace of anger in his eyes. She tried to recall, but she didn't think that she had done anything wrong. Did Xing Buhua say something to him? She didn't feel sorry for Gu Lingqing. "What's wrong?" Baya asked confusedly. Gu Lingqing pursed his lips and didn't say anything. He just wouldn't let her go. He looked at the bowl and shook his head. "You don't want to eat anymore?" Baya guessed. Gu Lingqing nodded. "Got it." Baya put the bowl on the bedside table. She opened her hands and stretched them in front of Gu Lingqing. "Then I'll show you the finger exercises now. Follow me." She scratched her fingers. Gu Lingqing scratched his fingers as well. He was very familiar with it. Baya was surprised. His body recovered much faster than the average person. Many people couldn't even scratch their fingers when they woke up after being in a coma for a year and a half. "Wait a minute." Baya picked up her phone, opened the message window, and passed it to Gu Lingqing. Gu Lingqing tapped on the key on the phone and quickly typed 3 words. "Thank you." Baya smiled. "Although you can't speak for now, we can communicate through the phone or writing." "Oh yeah, you know a lot of sign language." "I can learn sign language. Whatever you want to say, I'll understand immediately. Don't be in a hurry to regain your ability to speak. Just practice slowly." Gu Lingqing lowered his head and wrote on the phone. "My speech center is probably damaged. That's why I can't make the sounds I want to make." Baya looked at Gu Lingqing in surprise. She even specifically told the doctor not to tell him. In fact, he knew everything. "Don't worry. It's just that the speech center is damaged. There's a new technology developed overseas. It's called cellular nerve repair. It'll recover, and you'll be able to speak in the future." Baya comforted her. Gu Lingqing typed on the phone again. "No. If there was, you'd have found it long ago." "There is. It's just that the team is very secretive. We've been looking for them. It's true. Trust me. I won't lie to you," Baya said firmly. Gu Lingqing glanced at Baya and simply typed 3 words on the phone. "I trust you." He was still concise and to the point. His resolute personality had not changed. In fact, he was very clear about life and death. Even if he guessed that his central nervous system might be damaged, he could still not frown. He was just worried that Baya would be sad. He was also worried that Baya would feel sad because he was sad. At the end of the day, they were the same kind of people. "Oh yeah, what are our babies' names?" "We have Xiao Xian and Xiao Yan." Baya changed the topic. She hugged his arm and leaned on his shoulder, looking at the phone screen. "Shoshi, Gu Shoshi." Gu Lingqing finished typing. "I think this name is quite nice. Let's call it that. What's the pet name?" "I've always called her baby Xiao Bao or something like that." "I used Xiao Bao in exchange for Lu Shuang's child's pet name," Baya said softly. "Both are fine." Gu Lingqing edited. "One day, when we have a gathering with Lu Shuang's team, she will call Xiao Bao, and I will call Xiao Bao too. We won't be able to tell them apart. Let's just call him Shou. What do you think?" Baya asked. Gu Lingqing nodded. The corners of his lips curled up slightly. His smile was still very faint. When it was time to sleep, Shou started crying. Baya quickly picked him up. She hummed a song while patting Shou's little butt. She paced around the ward. After a while, Shou closed his eyes and fell asleep. Baya gently placed Shou on the bed and covered him with the blanket. Gu Lingqing kept looking at her. His eyes were filled with gentleness. He always knew that she was a good mother. Today, he saw it with his own eyes. It was more shocking than he imagined. She was so gentle and beautiful. After Baya was done, she looked at Gu Lingqing. "I'll push you to the health center now. You just woke up. You can't be too aggressive at the beginning. We'll take it slow for an hour." Gu Lingqing nodded and made a series of hand gestures. Baya did not understand. He vaguely felt that it might have something to do with Shosho. Because Gu Lingqing's eyes were looking at Shosho. You don't have to worry. Shosho sleeps for a long time in the afternoon. Moreover, the medical staff will help us take care of him, Baya said. Seeing that Gu Lingqing was relieved, she pushed Gu Lingqing out and into the health center. Previously, it was Baya and the doctors who supported the unconscious Gu Lingqing to walk. Now Gu Lingqing could walk. He supported himself with his arms on both sides of the railing and walked forward slowly. His body functions were pretty good. It was just that he could not walk because he did not walk for a long time. After walking for 2 hours, Gu Lingqing stopped to rest. He wanted to continue walking. Baya felt sorry for him. There's no hurry. You can practice tomorrow. Gu Lingqing shook his head. His eyes were firm. He supported himself with the railing and stood up again. I'm very sleepy. Gu Lingqing, stop practicing. Sleep with me for a while. Okay? Baya changed his way of expressing himself. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.